Bienvenidos, señoras y señores, a another episode of Terricolas podcast. The show we're bringing you to Hola. That's what would happen if I was on speed and I did the show.
Speed?
That's what happens if I was on cocaine.
Dude,
Welcome to another classic episode of Terricolas podcast.
You know what?
The three of us, we switching it up.
You down for some cocaine?
We like the what? We like the setup we did with Cali.
Oh my god!
If you guys haven't seen Mr. Crazies, so we're switching it up. Now Oscar has all his room, for his massive legs. They're like Christmas hams.
Ooh.
Christmas hams legs.
They taste like one too.
They did.
Do you think there's a downside to the intro?
In what way?
In the way that it makes it official. And like you kind of feel like you're not just having a regular conversation. I wonder if guests feel a little
I have to do that to get myself pumped up.
What's a necessary part of the process?
Like when I was doing it in my old channel, like I felt like I was putting on a character. So like when I started doing it after that, when I did it wasn't when I wasn't putting my YouTube voice on anymore, right? Like the hey everybody, what's up? And like who the fuck talks like that? Nobody talks. I don't talk like that. So like I was like doing it. I think I like overdid it. Like I did it like even more like hey what's up?
Your YouTube voice is your saying hi to your tia's voice.
What?
¿Qué pasó, tía?
Yeah, there you go. No, but it was like more obnoxious. Like, I was like more like more.
Because I've noticed it takes the guests like a good 30 minutes for them to just like cut loose.
Oh, for sure, dude. Well, I mean, any like long like format conversation takes a while.
But what do you think we can do to maybe make that process?
We can
we, like,
encourage no pants.
What if we hire like a masseuse to just massage them?
Oh,
for
dude,
the
that would
first 10
fucking
minutes?
suck, dude. Nah, I think that would like take you out of the moment. Like imagine like getting into like a deep conversation, they start touching you. Like, hey, wait, no, mom.
I mean, I like it, but the first 10 minutes, just have someone just going hard on your neck, just like, oh, how do you not relax with that? And you're like, you just let loose. You're like,
I don't like that shit.
We can all just drop acid before.
what's with the what the fuck?
I can do
Oscar
maybe
with the cocaine, you with the acid. What's wrong with you,
I
motherfucker?
can do maybe 2 minutes of being massaged, 2 to 3.
2 to 3?
And I'm like, ya estuvo, no mames, ya. Te huelas, te huelas.
Yeah.
So you don't like to be touched all that much?
What if the
like,
person
by other random people?
Okay, let me tell you some factors and tell me if they
That's
have
fair.
any. What if it's male or female? Does that make a difference?
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't like it.
What if they're wearing
It's like
gloves?
massage me maybe for like a minute or two, and then it's like, ya estuvo.
What if they're wearing protective gloves?
It's more of a like if you massage me for 2 minutes or 3, I'm like, okay, like let me massage you.
Hey, wait, what the fuck?
He's a giver,
to
man.
return the favor.
Oh, you're so nice.
So you massage them.
Because it feels like fucked up that like
Yeah.
like you're massaging me and shit for money and whatnot. And I'm
The,
like,
and the only time that would backfire on you is if it was like a prostitute, because then she would charge you extra.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like
I can
he would be doing it like, oh, like you suck my dick, like let me suck your dick.
Whoa.
And it's a guy in this scenario. Then you'd be like, oh, but now I gotta charge you extra because like.
I just
first of
picture
all,
So
walking
like
into
that
Oscar,
backfired on you, huh?
giving the massage therapist a massage.
Right.
I felt bad about this, man. So I just had to.
it's like Dumb and Dumber when the guy like flips around and puts on the dress, the masseuse. That's pretty
But
much.
see how the confidence in Oscar's like ability to be able to even give a good massage. Like that's.
Do you think
that's
the size of
amazing.
your
I like
fingers
that.
has something to do
It's like
with
sausages.
Because you got some pretty thick fingers. I wonder how your massages
You
would
have.
feel.
Let's go back to Greg.
You have
saying
toe
that-
hands
That I would pay a fucking man to have sex with me, and then I would
Right.
want to suck him off.
because you're a nice guy.
Is that what I would do, Greg?
Yeah, because you're a nice guy.
No, definitely not.
Oh, girl.
Not even a girl.
You
Why
wouldn't-
would I never pay for sex? Why would I
Like
pay for sex?
I'm not saying I pay a lot.
That's the dumbest shit ever. Paying for sex
Listen,
is the
guys,
dumbest shit ever.
Hold on.
You're gonna be like a fucking loser.
I mean,
paying for
Hold
sex.
on.
when you have a girlfriend. I mean, you're paying for it.
We need
every
to take
single
some
day.
shit into consideration here. We
You
need to
pay away with
consider
your life.
how lucky we are, guys. Like,
to be able to have sex with women.
yeah, no, that women want to actually like
Do things to us?
Yeah, like how lucky are we that our significant
Definitely.
others are willing to do that,
Definitely.
I mean,
and we don't have to like.
I pay her enough.
Because
for it.
okay, I'm sure people don't just wake up and they're like, I'm gonna go pay for sex. It's probably
Sure they
years,
do.
years of oppression, years of like,
Nah.
oh, I can't have anything, and it's like, you know what I mean?
Well,
I don't think it's a guy pays for sex when they have a perfectly good loved one.
I
who is willing to-
disagree 100%.
Go
I
ahead,
feel
Greg.
like most people that engage in that type of stuff are married guys.
But exactly,
it's all about power, bro.
Maybe they don't want to even like the wife's just like, nah, no, ya no quiero, te cansada.
It's all about
te huele
power,
el
bro.
culo."
It's all about power, bro. I think that's what it is.
It's all about power. Okay, explain
It's
that.
like
Break
it's
it down.
like All right. It's like if you.
That was one of your worst beatboxes, dude. And you're a professional.
You're right.
You
I
should
do
raise
better
your
than that.
fucking standard. God damn it. You have a standard of beatboxing. You can never go
Yeah,
below
that I always go. I have to lower expectations, and then I bust out some badass shit, and you're like, "Damn, where's this guy's been?
Wait.
Where's this guy? Are you gonna leave that there?
Me vale
Well, I can't even
verga.
see
It's
it. I
just
guess.
huevito. Es nada
¿Sabes
más
qué?
un
Lo voy a poner
huevito.
aquí pa' que te-
No,
Okay, go.
put
Continue.
it right here.
You were talking about
Not like you throwing shit on my floor. and
Take it
whatnot.
off of the shot.
you're talking about that power.
No,
All right.
this is me doing a power
I got
move.
that power.
Me vale
There you go.
verga,
Why
que
did you
aquí
do
lo voy a
that,
dejar.
Oscar? Well, you did it
Me
out of.
vale verga,
You're doing
güey.
it out of spite.
No,
now.
well, now I am. But at the beginning, it was more like, I'm just gonna
He
put it
said,
there.
"Well, now I
¿Qué,
am."
güey?
I was burping.
Oh,
No,
like,
okay. So listen.
Pinche Irvin se está yendo, se
Listen.
trabó el güey.
Reset.
Listen,
Control,
man.
Alt, Delete.
What if you found out I was actually a robot? And I did have a
course.
reset.
Listen,
Ay, güey.
in a
This would be
rela-
the only time where I fuck a guy.
If you're a
in
So I
robot.
can say, hey, homeboy, fuck the robot.
in a relationship, you're giving away a lot of things, right? Like you're compromising, but in reality, you're like giving up a lot of stuff. Right?
Okay, there's levels.
You're surrendering. You're surrendering a lot of the freedoms that you have.
So, Greg, you have an issue with the amount of power you've lost within your relationship.
No, I'm good. I love being a bitch boy.
I love being submissive.
Yeah, I love being submissive for sure, dude. Like taking your brain off of the equation is like the most blissful thing ever. Like I don't have to think about anything. Fuck
But
yeah.
I wouldn't fuck a prostitute or whatever. Like,
No.
out of
I'm
power.
explaining. Well, he wants me to explain my theory of power
Yeah,
and the
explain.
way I think about it.
That you fuck prostitutes out of power?
Yeah. So like, if you're a person, right? You give all these freedoms in a relationship because you have to, unless you're just a fucking asshole. Like I'm just gonna have a girl there and she's gotta do whatever the fuck I say.
Okay.
You don't do that, right? Like you give up a little bit of things, like you go where she wants to go. You know, like you let her put things up on the wall,
definitely
little
do
things
that.
like that. You compromise shit. Because
I don't go where she
you
wants to
gotta
go.
go. Okay,
Yeah,
you gotta
100%.
be. You understand, right? Like you're a romantic. You're one of those people. Like you always talk about, like, oh, I did this with Cindy, whatever. You know, like you guys didn't want to hang out with me on Saturday. I'm just kidding.
No, he came in quiet as fuck.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Listen, yeah, my feelings are hurt for sure. Listen, we're gonna talk about that later.
If you lived like 5 minutes from me, I'd go to your house.
No, you
often.
wouldn't.
You
That's
live fucking like 2 hours away, Greg.
I would go to your house though. I've done it before.
But dude, you're far as fuck. Come
No,
on.
I've done it
Look,
before,
Look at the
man.
options you're giving me. You're giving me the option of driving 2 hours.
We're not talking
Going
about
to
this
watch-
anymore.
or
Listen, it
hanging out
doesn't
with
matter.
my-
The fucking fight ended in 40 seconds. It doesn't matter.
Or hanging out with my girlfriend and relaxing while we
No.
cuddle and watch a
It's
fight.
cool. No, it's cool, man. Like you're with your SO. That's fine. But
And then
like,
I was gonna hang out with you today.
what's
anyways.
fucked up is
But
in
we
the
don't really
podcast-
hang out.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
I
hanging
wanted.
out?
Well, it's hanging out.
I
but
wanted us to-
afterwards. Like we pretty much like dip.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
how is this not hanging out?
I mean, it's
Because
hanging out to a certain extent. But we're doing this. I mean, we're having we're kicking the shit and whatnot. But there's like off-topic conversations
Yeah.
or like shit like that.
Well, here's the thing. If we had said, "Hey, we're not gonna do the podcast because we don't have nothing to talk about," well, we would still hang out. Honestly, be honest. Would you was
Would
still
we still
woken?
have hung
Would
out?
you was still woken up at 8 in the morning and come over here, Oscar, and just hang out?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
But what's wrong
No,
with that?
we're not talking about that right now, dude. You want to switch topics or what?
This is our hangout.
We're gonna fucking. All right, we're gonna
Alright,
hash
go
this
ahead.
out right now.
No,
No,
talk about the power.
let's do the power, and then we'll go back to
Okay.
it.
Alright.
So,
Is this 50 Cent power?
yeah. So like you're in a relationship, right? And it's like you're committed. You know, like there's a lot of things that you give up. You know, to keep the relationship healthy.
Okay.
I would think that there are some people who start to kind of miss the idea of like, hey, like I'm gonna do this because I fucking want to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like just to get some of that power back. Most people they call them midlife crises, right? Most people, what they do, they buy like an expensive car, or they get like a fucking hobby that like, what the fuck? Like you never played golf in your life. Why you want to play golf all of a sudden? You know? Or, you know, whatever. And I think that some people would take it to extremes and say like, hey, you know what? I have sex with my wife whenever she feels like she wants to have sex. Maybe she's had a headache that day, or the kids are around or something. We can't always have sex. We can't just fucking go and be like, hey, let's fuck right now. I don't know. Maybe if you're in that relationship, it's awesome.
Well,
but
okay, go for
with
it.
a prostitute, you have that option. You have that power. You have the choice to say, I'm going to meet her. It's time and place, and we're going to go to a hotel that I want to, and I'm going to do whatever I want to her as long as I got the capital.
Yeah, but I have 3 problems with that.
Okay.
Damn, 3 right off the bat.
first
So
off-
testicles and dick. Just kidding.
Number 1.
Number one.
Number one.
You're spending capital, like you said.
Yeah.
on a prostitute
True.
to have sex. Something that you can fulfill yourself with your own fucking hand.
Oh, for sure.
Like you could get that feeling of coming with your own hand. Wait, let me finish. Number 2, if you're not open enough to tell your woman like, hey, you know what? It's okay. Like, you know, we don't have sex as much or whatever, but you know what? Let me get a hand job. Let me get a blow job.
Turn it up a little bit.
You don't have to. We don't have to go through the works.
That's true.
But let me get something because I like let's be honest. I'm a man and
you gotta have that communication.
I need that, and we don't have to go into the other room and fuck. Like we can keep it like a little spicy, you know. Like keep the children in a room and then let's go. We got some time and then you know.
Oh, I thought you said keep the children in the room while we have sex.
I mean, if that's what you're
Like we're
into.
gonna have sex in 5 seconds if you guys don't get out of here.
No, not sex. Like just you know get a quick hand job or a blow job and then Dunsky's like. And then, you know, when you guys
Spice
have time, you fucking give her a massage and you do the works.
The works.
So, I mean, that's only 2. I
still
don't have
think-
3. But I don't think it's... And then, okay, I guess number 3. I don't think it's a power thing, man. It's just more of a... You're trying to mash it up with losing a lot of freedom in decision making.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ties into that. That's
You
your...
don't
I
think
mean,
so?
that's
my
your
theory,
theory.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think you're both right. I think you both have a point there. And actually, this is
What's your theory?
a perfect
I
example
don't
of.
give a fuck if you agree with us or not.
This is a-
What's your theory?
This is a perfect example of arguments because a lot of time people think there's just one solution to everything, and it's like, nah, dude, there's more
There's
than
different
one
ones.
like reason or
Yeah,
solution
yeah.
for things happening, and then people are arguing over stuff where it's like, you're both right.
Yeah, basically,
You know what I
pretty
mean?
much. Because hindsight is
Our
2020.
conscience.
I fucking hate when you say that, you bitch.
Why? It's true.
Because you always say it. Well, hindsight is 20.
I mean, it's true. Okay, you guys with your fucking nature versus nurture shit.
Oh, that's true.
I tried to get back to
Every
us
time.
on something.
Okay, Irvin.
What was I saying?
Why do guys buy prostitutes? Why do guys pay for sex?
Oh, right. That was my thing. So, I consider myself but all of us lucky that we're like at least because there has to be a certain level of sexual desirability that you carry. You know what I mean? Like, women are gonna want to have sex with you because they find you desirable. You have a certain set of traits, personality, whatever it is,
Or you have money.
or money, whatever it is that women find desirable. And unfortunately, the reality is some guys have none of those. Or they might have very few of them. You know what I mean? And these dudes, unfortunately, are the ones that have to pay for sex because maybe they're not attractive. Maybe
they're
they're
probably
poor.
varies case by case, though, right?
Yeah, it varies
It's case by case.
or maybe they're
But-
like weird socially.
That's true.
But Greg's approach is from a married man.
Yeah. So all
Yes.
three of us are right. Like all three of us have, and I'm sure there's more reasons
a
to.
valid point.
The world, life.
So definitely, you don't have
so
to pay for
what-
sex. Don't ever pay for sex
Unless you're not.
Unless you
desirable.
have the capital.
unless you have the expendable capital.
Listen, if you have to dip into your savings to fuck a prostitute, you're not fucking with your money, right? You need to save up.
David Valenzuela.
You need to save up your
Please.
money so you
David
can afford
Valenzuela,
to buy it.
please help me out. Get that extra capital to
There
get some
was
prostitutes.
there was actually on Cindy showed me some pictures of some dudes who got caught in a prostitution bust.
Oh yeah, like 4 of them.
Yeah, and they all look just kind of sad. Like they're all just
see,
like,
wait, it's embarrassing.
fuck.
More than embarrassing, like, okay, like let's say you're running drugs or whatever, like something illegal, like that fucking stress of like, oh, we're gonna get caught,
Yeah.
like staying up at night, like, no, alguien va a venir y blah blah blah, like.
I mean, that's what you say, man. Everybody's got like a different mentality. Like you have to have there's got to be a little bit of disconnect. You know,
what?
as far as like your fight or flight kind of thing, like that you could kind of turn that part of your brain off to say like, yeah, this is fucking dangerous. It's like the people who like skate, right? They skate on top of rooftops and they're fucking doing these gaps. I couldn't do that. Like I know I can. Like I know if I get on that board, I'm gonna bail or I'm just not gonna want to roll
That's what I'm telling you,
down.
dude.
But you have to have that kind of. It's almost like naivety.
Like when we were talking about earlier in the earlier podcast where you feel invincible, you almost have to be
A little dumb.
Yeah.
A little bit.
just feel like, oh, you know what, I'm invincible.
Like Alex Honnold, you know, the dude that
I don't know
that
who
does
Alex Honnold
solo climbing without like ropes and
Without
shit.
ropes and shit.
And like there's part of his brain that's just not like mine that says like, oh, if I go up there, I'm gonna die.
The amygdala.
He's just like he could just ignore that.
I think it's more of a
It's his amygdala.
he decides
That's what you were saying, right?
he decides to bet on himself that way. Like when somebody bets on themselves to fucking start a business, to go for that NBA stardom, to go for that NFL stardom, to like go for broke. That's his drive.
Yeah.
Like he's going for broke on climbing without a rope, because who does that shit?
He wants to achieve
crazy
something
ass people.
And
incredible.
he'll be remembered. I mean, he was brought up right now because of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's his niche. That's his thing.
Going back to the whole prostitution thing and how shit happens like that. It's all progressive, dude. Like I'm telling you, like everything. Like I don't think you just go from one thing to
Like right now in a happy badass relationship, and then you I want a prostitute.
Yeah, so I think
builds
you
up
kind of
to it.
have to be
Unless
studying
you're
yourself and watching yourself and be like, hey, this is kind of guiding me towards this road.
Unless you're Cali.
I think I want to go.
You were so
What?
you were like so hell bent on like trying to find like the inner workings. Like
It's
there's
'cause I
gotta
honestly
be
do
you're
think,
like
yeah.
there's gotta be some. And Cali's like, no, I just want to fuck
I just
shit
wanted to
up.
fuck shit up, but it's
And
like,
you're
dude,
no, it's not.
well, what
no.
made you that way, though? You know, like,
He doesn't know.
yeah,
Because
he probably
hindsight's
doesn't know.
2020.
Es que wait, te digo, it's just that's who he is. That's what he likes. That's what he wants to do.
It's all
And
about consciousness.
He never wanted to harness that in the way that you probably would have harnessed that, like with MMA or football or whatever. Like he didn't want that. Like he liked the gangbang.
Have you listened to
Gangbang.
By the way, I like most of the shit that I say is always like, have you seen this other podcast that's more popular?
Talking about
Like, and
everybody
I just
else's
come and I
podcast?
bring shit. Like, I was talking about, you know, for us a hobbyist,
I like that.
Yeah,
he was on the Joe
GSP's
Rogan.
trainer, dog.
and he was talking about same thing. They were talking about science, and like it's perfect what you're talking about because like I get it. Like you're trying to find the root cause, but even he was saying because he's like he actually has a degree in philosophy, and he was saying like science, all it is the faith, right, of interpreting the future based on things of the past, right?
That's what he said?
That's what he
Science
said.
is?
Like if I'm paraphrasing a little bit, it's just because I literally just watched
you're
it.
turning
But like yeah, right. So like I get your approach, right? Like you're saying like if I flip a coin, right? That's what example he said. If I flip a coin, right? You know there's 50-50 chance that it's gonna happen. But why? Why do you know that?
Based on previous.
Based on everything you've seen, right? A fucking coin do.
Right.
It could either land heads, tails, unless for some reason it lands on the side, but that's very rare.
Correct.
But you know for a fact in your mind,
Correct.
based on previous history, that it's gonna land face first. What if I fucking flipped it up and it turned into a butterfly?
It'd be sick.
You'd be like, well, what the fuck?
So-
Like that completely defied things. So I was
you a
just saying,
wizard.
I get what you're saying. You're trying to find an approach. Like there's got to be something because that's how science works, right? Like you find the cause
So
and effect,
Cali-
but not. They're
Yeah.
not. Sometimes there's just things, outliers, and things. It's just whoop.
So
doesn't-
Cali landed
what
like
the
this.
fuck?
He flipped. They like got
He turned it- no, he turned into- he turned
on
into a
Cali,
cholo.
and then boom, it landed like that.
No,
Let's check it out, too.
He flipped the coin and he went aha, and then he turned to Cali.
I can imagine a coin with lobes.
Check it out. So I think we all have a set of like our personality, right? I actually think we're born with not a personality, but certain reactions to stimulus.
Okay.
Like certain kids they're more like
Quiet,
angry than
they're more
others or
angry,
quiet
more-
or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then based on your experiences, you start changing into the person you are. But then also again, like we've always talked about the environment.
Yeah.
How did Kali even know about gangbanging? How did he even? How did
Right.
that idea even come into his brain? Because he was born in that world. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So
How come you didn't come up that way?
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
my mom moved us. She moved us to the east side before that kind of shit happened. You
But
know,
I mean,
and then
you
But you
Cali-
were young.
I mean, your brother was doing that. You don't think you could have turned out the
But
same?
like my memories are so maybe I could have turned out the same if he was in my life for longer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. But he left when I was like 7. I barely remember anything from when I was 7 years old. So I probably was able to develop my. Actually, I remember in high school I wore a little bit of cholo clothing, like cholo style clothing.
Yeah.
South Pole. Remember South Pole?
Yeah,
that
that's
brand.
the shit.
And then I went to school and I remember one of my friends. Who I thought was a friend at the time, he made fun of me. He was like, "Hey, you got that cholo clothes, huh?" And I was like, "Why are you wearing that brand?" Because at school where I went, like everybody wore like Abercrombie
Preppy,
and like
yeah,
Hollister and shit. So I was like, "Oh man, like this is kind of like cholo clothing, you know?" So that's the environment already influencing me without even me realizing, changing.
I used
my
to wear
style.
lowrider pants.
There's lowrider pants.
Yeah.
Oh, with the little monito with the
Yeah.
mustache. You see? So Cali like grew up in an environment where that was okay and they didn't make fun. It was like pushed on him like, yeah, this is a cool life for you to live. So it meshed with his personality. Had he been born in an area where his personality, say like people were more like, bring up the idea of MMA fighters and they're like, dude, you like to fight? All right, well, let's see what you got then. Let's go into the gym. And then he goes into the gym and they start like fucking him up. He se calma. You know what I mean? Like,
but okay, maybe boxing, because boxing was
or even boxing
was
yeah.
more predominant back in that era. Because
Yeah.
I don't think MMA was a big thing.
Yeah, no, of
in
course.
in this time. But then again, like you're saying that maybe he would have been brought up like in Mountwood, like
Yeah.
the preppy kids. Okay, but some of those preppy kids are pretty cholos themselves. 'Cause
Some, yeah.
we got into like scraps with like the Wood Boys or like shit like that, you
Yeah.
know, like they're preppy kids,
Yeah.
pero venían combates
true,
y
yeah.
chingaderas like. So si vas a ser un pinche malandro,
You're saying like you'll
you'll find a way, dog.
place and
Life
stuff.
finds
Yeah.
a way.
You'll find a way.
Yeah.
So if you would have been a malandro pero wearing Abercrombie, that's pretty much what it would have been, you know,
Yeah.
True.
with skinny jeans.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
Kylie, like you did the right thing, like being.
I think it makes complete
OG.
sense that you're that type of person though that likes to find the root. Of
Yeah,
everything.
definitely.
It makes sense, like based on the things that you told us about. Like you're always talking about like putting your subconscious in a robot and stuff. Like
Fuck yeah, dude.
you're always like looking for like the whoa, but what, but why? You know what I mean? That's why I think you should watch Rick and Morty because like Rick is a nihilist. He thinks that everything's like insignificant. Like you're just what you are. Like you're insignificant. Nothing really matters because there's so many. They literally jump from fucking universe to universe. There's a universe where like
realities,
where like there's so like everybody's a sofa. Like it doesn't fucking make any sense.
Yeah.
And they're ordering phones instead of pizza. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like it's just like random ass shit.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the ideal that I'm like I see that there's a lot of like crazy shit, a lot of unpredictable things, and I just kind of take it as it is. I'm just like it is what it is. I think it's more fascinating to even be like, oh my god, look at all the stuff that's around us. Look at all the things that we can do.
Yeah.
That's cool enough. I don't have to go like, but why?
Yeah.
You know,
I've been-
like, I think it's-
I keep,
philosopher?
I keep hearing about that show, and I have been wanting to maybe watch it, but it's just an
funny.
investment. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, for sure.
I think
Everything
I
is,
think
yeah.
twice. Like, I just finished
Shout
Silicon.
out.
I just finished Silicon Valley. It was
how's
a badass
that?
show. I loved it, dude.
I like that actor that's in it, the skinny guy with the beard. What's
Skinny
his
guy
name?
with a beard.
Yeah.
The Indian guy?
No.
There's an Indian guy, Guilfoyle, who's
I don't know the names, brother.
Martin Starr.
No, not Martin Starr.
Came out of Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, I know who Martin Starr is. No, it's another guy.
Malfoy.
Fuck.
Well, they're all badass there, but the writers are the guys that made Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill,
Mike Judge?
and they're geniuses, dude. The fucking like writing in that, I think you'd love it if you were to
Silicon
watch
Valley.
it. Yeah,
Netflix or Hulu.
it's
Crackle.
HBO, Hulu.
HBO.
Yeah,
Crackle. Who uses Crackle?
I fucking use Crackle.
Yeah, I love it.
Because there's
I've never heard anybody shout
but
out
there's
Crackle.
movies that come out on Crackle and they're on
Yeah.
Netflix, and then like a week later they're on Netflix.
Yeah,
It's like,
true.
okay.
I've subscribed to so much stuff on my Fire Stick. I'll look for a random movie and I'll just look to see what apps I can.
I actually just got Prime and Showtime.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Prime's pretty cool. I've been using Hulu a lot, and it has really good movies. But the shitty thing is that you have to watch an ad like every fucking 30 minutes,
Not bad.
like legit
fine.
ads.
That
It's
make-
like
that's
if you
alright.
have cable,
That makes me feel like a regular
That's
person, you know.
like a regular. Citizen.
That's usually when I check my phone or I go take a piss.
It's like a
real
little
quick or
break,
something.
like a refresher. Like you
Yeah,
need
man.
those.
You have to.
Yes. Damn, you're one of the first persons that actually likes commercials.
I don't mind commercials.
Well, also
I
because
don't
I'm a
like
cheap
commercials.
bastard and I don't want to have to pay.
No, you still have to pay for Hulu, and they still charge you commercials. It's like what
Well,
the
for
fuck?
me-
No, but you
Motherfuckers
can
are
pay.
double dipping.
Isn't there you can pay where you can?
Well, if you
no?
pay Disney, if you buy Disney, they
Oh, the
actually
bundle?
bundle in
Oh.
Hulu
And
and
ESPN.
fucking ESPN Plus.
Hey, and then
Also,
also,
you're like an idiot paying $5.
I know, man.
How are we supposed to-
It's alright. We didn't watch the fight.
when are we supposed to pay less than cable?
Oh.
Huh?
We'll get to that right now. When are we supposed to be paying less than cable, and now we're like all these subscriptions and shit?
Como
Well,
it goes up the same shit.
Well, because yeah.
but it's easier because you don't have to have a tech come out here and like if
Yeah.
it fucks up. Like,
Well, yeah, but now it's creating this thing. It's like now it's like you can't. Nobody has everything now. It's all about like it's like Irvin's talking about now. Like cable.
status.
If you had to stick to
cable
one.
was cable because it was like you have everything for this
status,
price, right? Obviously the price can go up or whatever. But then like people say, oh well, Netflix now they got exclusive Netflix.
Yeah.
And so now you can only get the exclusively on Netflix. And now YouTube's got YouTube originals. And now it's like a fight
Yeah.
to see who's got the best stuff.
Oh, like that page on Instagram where we were talking about the what is that called the one where premium.
Okay.
Oh, the
What is it called?
Snapchat?
No
that
way.
David was talking about last time.
No, but it's not Snapchat.
Where you get paid like for
you get
exclusive.
paid for exclusive content.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's usually a bunch of naked bitches.
Yeah,
Oh, hey man, don't call them bitches. They're
Oh,
whores.
naked.
they're making a living.
Hey,
Hey,
they're making an honest living. Man.
I mean, how many people do you think are actually just going in there looking real quick to do? All right, so cancel. I bet that's happening a lot.
I don't think so.
Do you
I
think
think
I would
there's
do
guys
that.
that are pretty much
I'm like, I would do
psychopaths?
do you think you'd be one of those women?
women.
Shut
You
up,
do
dude.
have a problem with
Shut the
it.
fuck
woman.
Can you please make a compilation of you mispronouncing the word women? If you ever have time,
okay,
I'll
so
do
is
it for
woman
you.
or woman?
Why can't you just call it an accent?
Woman?
No, it's because he
Woman?
says it
It's
weird.
not woman?
It's because he always uses the term like women and woman
Listen.
like interchangeably.
Let's
Well,
just
what's the
say,
difference?
It's because
Okay,
woman
a woman
man,
is one,
but it's
woman.
woman, like
That's a
man,
one.
like a man,
Uh-huh.
one
When
man.
you're talking
And
about
then
multiple
woman, it's like
women,
man.
Multiple.
It's women.
So women and woman. So woman is one, women is two.
Yeah.
More.
Dude, okay, why
Which
can't
one do you think has an A? It's not the one you think.
Woman.
Yeah, woman.
Woman is
Woman is
many.
with an A. Women is with an E.
Women is with an E, and that's many of them.
Why can't you just say
Many
that?
much women.
What if I just have an accent? Like, why do you mean?
No, you always
It's a fucking
do it.
accent,
It's
Greg.
hilarious.
Soy mexicano.
It's
I say
fucking
certain
Pues,
things.
¿qué tiene?
I'm not.
I know exactly what the fuck I'm
busting
saying,
your balls,
Greg.
dude. I'm
It's an
just
accent.
sucking your dick. Imagine that was a.
Whoa.
Nobody says that.
A ver, sácate los
I'm just
huevos.
sucking your dick, man. Wait, what? What did you just say?
Let me. Wait,
anyway.
oh, I want to talk about the Rick and Morty thing because you were saying about how he's a nihilist.
Okay.
Because I did go through a little crisis like that, like a little existential crisis where it's like, why even do anything? Like nothing matters, you know? But then
It
I
doesn't
think I came
matter.
to the realization that it just matters to you and the feelings you get
Yes.
out. Because it matters if I have like a shitty ass job, I'm getting beat every day, I live in a shitty circumstance. Like that matters in the moment to me. I don't
Right.
want to be in a situation.
Uh-huh.
What matters to me is getting myself out of that situation, living a happy life that's enjoyable, because it matters in that moment. No matter what happens out of this, no matter if the universe keeps expanding, we keep evolving. The sun explodes, the fucking universe collapses in on itself. No matter what happens outside of this moment,
Right.
this moment still exists and is giving me some type of something to me,
Sí,
and
güey.
that's what matters to
Porque
me.
es tu mundo, like
Exactly.
There's a lot of things happening around us, but
Yeah.
every person has their own like little ecosystem,
Yeah.
their own world, you know.
Have you ever heard of this? You ever heard
You
of,
always talk about it, Greg. The
you ever heard of,
stoicism.
you ever heard of Epictetus?
Epictetus?
Read that quote out loud.
We suffer
That's
not
exactly
from
what
the
you just
events in our
said.
lives, from our judgment about them. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
Let me
the.
see.
You keep talking about stoicism, Greg. I
Because
understand
it's
it.
true.
Let me see.
But hold on.
We
but I
suffer
think
not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that tattooed on me,
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
right on my backside.
But yeah,
you
I
guys
think
are fucking me behind.
sometimes like we're planning so much for the future, for all these things that we're gonna do and shit, that we forget to live in what really matters,
moment.
which is now.
Yeah.
You know, like now's the moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing far.
yeah.
There's there's nothing ahead. There's nothing behind. It's just the now.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
Patience. Just having a lot of patience and
And I think once you realize that, life becomes
Yeah.
fucking enjoyable.
good
because-
things happen to people that way, man. Like,
Yeah.
just enjoy it and calmao. Like everything's gonna happen. I know for a fact because
As long as you put in the work, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like, I actually got a job, but I don't belong there.
Oh, you don't like
I didn't
it?
want to tell you guys about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you.
But where you're
Yeah,
working?
that's why
at?
I've been busy. This
Okay, not
whole
where
week.
you're working at, but what is it? What does it entail?
It's like a mental health play. I don't want to.
oh, you ended up working in with the
Yeah.
With,
I got it in there.
Huh.
wait,
That's why I've been busy this whole
how'd
week.
you end up
I haven't
there,
been
though?
posting.
let me just tell you.
I didn't even know you applied.
Let me
there.
just tell you.
Did I know that?
Dude, eat some shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
what you gotta do.
Let me tell you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that you pretty much know. I mean, yeah, it's I look at the way I see it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like Gary Vaynerchuk. So eat some shit right now.
Yeah.
Pay your dues.
Yeah.
And then wait on for the caviar later on.
So this is like your typical desk job.
Okay.
And you know how I was applying to the police department and all that stuff. The main reason I was applying to those type of things is because I never knew what I wanted to do. I still really don't know exactly, but I'm getting a better idea. But I've never been lucky enough like that to where those people are like, I want to be a fucking civil engineer.
Oh,
From the
yeah.
moment you're 8 years old because you saw your brother and you saw the life he lived and you're like, that's what I fucking want. I never had that. I had a gang-banging brother. I had a fucking schizophrenic, it was hard for me.
But no, don't put it that way. I think
I'm just saying I didn't really have role models with successful
something-
careers
I think
that I could talk to.
we've been more of people like jack of all trades. We
Yeah.
haven't been really like masters of something.
Yeah.
We've been masters of none.
But I realize now how influential and awesome it is to have a successful career person in your life. To
Like
like
Cindy?
like Cindy, yeah, like it's just somebody who has a legit career, you know, that you can be like, wow, I can see myself doing that.
But see,
like if
wait,
your whole
pero-
family, imagine you have a whole family of professionals. One's a lawyer, one's a doctor, one's an engineer, one's a mechanic, one's a HVAC, one's a mechanic, one's a like all that. And you talk to all these people, and then you're like, oh man, I like that one. You know, we never really had that.
Plus, I mean, like my sister, she's business. She has a degree in business management. My dad, you know, he's a successful contractor.
Yeah.
And somehow I wanted to belong in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Nah, que ver, güey.
But so what I'm trying to get to is just like I've been having to try like trial and error.
See,
like,
wait.
oh, you know what? I'm gonna try this. Oh, I don't like it.
Well, that's
So it's a little longer process. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
So,
you'll find it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
better.
I'll find it. So when that police thing kind of didn't work out for me, I was left having to find myself like, what do I want to do? The good thing though is I have a degree that's pretty flexible. Like I can jump into quite a few different areas, but most of them are like office related that I can get into. So this job that I just got, it's like your typical office job, you know? Like you go in, you do your shit. And as my first day, dude, it's just like, I know why I didn't want to do this. Because this is not for me. I'm not meant to be. And I was thinking about it. I've been working there for a week now, and I'm thinking like all the little things that I just hate, dude. Like, I hate the fakeness of an office environment. I hate the professionalism that you have to be this person that like you're almost like socially a slave. Like you have to celebrate people's birthdays that you. Like at my first day, I had to contribute money to some birthday. That of some lady I've never met in my life.
Don't have to.
I know, but there's like the social pressure of like,
Stigma.
oh, we really
No.
want you to like.
You don't have to.
And
There's
I
a
know you don't have
stigma.
to, but then you're looked at as like a
But-
fucking asshole
okay,
who doesn't want to be
let me
part of
give you an
shit.
example. One of my coworkers was all like, he was selling some earrings. Like, let's first of all, they're ugly ass fucking earrings. Like raffling them off. If they would have been at least pretty, I would have forked up some money. Pero
Yeah.
primeramente ni me gustaban los pinches
At your
earrings,
job?
güey. Sí, en mi jale. Y luego he's all like, sí, miren. And some people are buying them. And then he's all like, usted no quiere. I'm like, nah, man, like, I don't want it. And he's all like, ooh, like, that's not how you move up in the
They give you that pressure, huh?
whatever. And then I'm all like,
He
all
said
right,
that to you?
yeah. And then I'm all like, all right, bitch, like,
I'm not gonna move.
you
up in one,
cannot. I'm not
Force.
gonna allow your that energy you're putting out there for
Yeah.
me that I'm not gonna move up in this company to allow me to not move up. So I never said hi to him. Like,
Yeah.
I never said hi to him. And
Fuck those people,
and
dude.
I would just look at him like what, bitch? Like
Yeah.
fuck you. Like whatever
Yeah.
you said didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And eventually like he'll start saying hi and shit, but we're still kind of awkward between us because I'm genuinely upset in the way that you don't set that energy out for my family. That
Yeah.
just because I didn't buy your fucking earrings, I'm not gonna move up in this company.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you don't
dude.
set that out there.
So I fucking hate that atmosphere, and then just those pressures, like, and then
Yeah.
they all go into a little room, and they're like, "Happy birthday, Betty! Happy birthday!" Like they're all dead in the eyes, like no emotion, and then even Betty's just like, "Yeah."
But what I've learned
my
to do-
birthday, I don't even want to celebrate it, but this is
What I've
we
learned to do
here."
is judo move it, man. Judo
fucking
judo move everything that you do in that environment. Use it to your advantage, and have extreme, genuine conversations.
And
with
that's what
people.
that doesn't exist in the office.
Exactly.
Dude. And I hate that so
So start
fucking
it.
much, dude. It's just that's not the environment. And then like
It's 'cause you
I
have
hate
to-
those stupid ass conversations like, "Oh, Betty,
You
how's
have-
the weather?
You
Oh,
have
it's
to be
hot
light.
outside."
You have
Yes,
to be
it
light
is,
in the
Tom.
darkness, way. You have to be light in the
But
darkness.
that thing,
Where are you working?
I'd rather go into an environment where I don't have to do
Pero
that.
no va a ser eso,
No,
güey.
and it is, dude. So watch.
¿En dónde?
Let me tell you real quick. Let me just keep telling. Espérate, let me get to it.
la verga.
He's venting.
Yeah, I'm fucking venting right now. I've been
Okay,
venting all
get
week,
it.
dude. So then,
it.
yeah, like I don't like that, and then I also don't like. Earlier, you were talking about the power thing. I feel like people in these environments are so like power,
Yeah.
like
Hungry.
just like the people above, right? Like
Simón.
the directors, anybody who has any type of title of power,
Okay.
they look at you as like beneath. They look at you as like their servant. Like you're supposed to respect
right,
them.
right.
Like, hey, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, bitch? Just because you committed yourself to 10 years in this shitty ass company, and then you got this position, okay, and then another.
Well, they
now
pretty
you
much
think
give you-
you're better than me.
At
Like,
that point, like 10 or 20 like years, they pretty much give you position.
yeah, it's like why is there this like energy of hierarchy? I don't know. I don't like that at all. And then just that feeling of being under trapped. Like it's like I don't want to live this cycle my whole life. So I'm taking this opportunity, like you're saying, eat some shit. I have a few debts that I have to pay off. So it's like decent pay. It's okay. It's not bad. But so I'm gonna just work here because it's not even a full time position. It's like temporary position. It's kind of like a position that they give you so that they see how you work, and then if they like you, they'll offer you the full time position. So I'm just gonna be there for the whatever the temporary position is, pay off my debts that I have to pay off, and then I have Sonny's wedding in Orlando in March, so I need to save up money for that. This motherfucker, I mean, it's gonna be a huge ass wedding. He's Indian, first of all. Remember, I mean, yeah. So like, they're busting like $1 million wedding, dude, like in some hotel, 4 days or some shit like that. So I gotta save some money for that shit. So I'll use this opportunity for that. And then Cindy already got her job, so she's like, you don't have to worry about shit. Like I got you as long as you need to find a job. So I'm just eating some shit, like you're saying right now. Just get some experience, pay off some debts. But I'm also using this opportunity of like this shitty job to just remind myself of, you know, and it's not even a shitty job. I don't want to keep talking shit up. I'm just venting. I'm sorry, anybody who works there.
You're grateful. You're grateful for it. You're grateful.
I'm not
for
grateful.
The opportunity.
I'm grateful for certain aspects of
the
it.
opportunity to have a
like it's
job.
just my personality is just not meant for that type of place. Like I'm sure there's people. I'm sorry, Betty, if I keep talking shit about it. She's not a real person. Like I'm just making a name up. You know, there's people who belong in those places, who their personality is right for that. Who, you know, maybe they didn't aspire for other stuff, and this is like, oh, this is exactly what I need. So props to you guys. It's just not for me. Fucking what was I saying? So yeah, so I realized that I'm taking this opportunity to just see the things I don't like. Like I don't want to be in an office all day. I don't want to be in this environment that's like professional, that's fake, where I have to do this shit. So I've been applying to some places that I didn't think I'd be applying to before, which might even be lower pay. But the cool thing is that with my degree, I can, you know, climb the ladder of any place. That's the positive thing about a business degree. But I don't care if like I start off at a lower salary than I should, according to my education or whatever, because I value my time and my enjoyment of the fucking thing I'm gonna do for 8 or 9 hours a day, maybe more if you're putting in overtime, than the check I'm gonna get. You know, I'm not just gonna live for every Friday.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
Definitely,
that's like not what I want to do.
I mean, don't get caught up in the Joe Rogan podcast.
What do you say?
Because Joe Rogan pretty much like pounds it into your head that 9 to 5 and living for that check and everything. Like don't think about it. Yeah, he says that a lot. Don't think about it too much, man. And your degree is business.
Yeah.
And business is, you know, formal and dealing with.
See, and that's
business.
what we think though. But
and
really, the main reason I got that degree was to gain levels of leadership. That's really all I got it for. Like it's like a degree that just allows you to anywhere you go, you can just gain a level of leadership. That's really what it is for.
Pero de todos modos vas a tener que tener. You're gonna have to have a certain experience.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Just not to this level. This is like the fucking edge.
But then you'll learn.
Yeah.
You'll see everything, and by the time you get to the point where you're able to invest into your own business or grow your own business and your own brand, you're already gonna know what kind of environment, what kind of culture you don't want to have.
So let me just finish off real quick. I was going to ask you a question. Yeah, just last thing. So I feel like I was on the right path with the whole police department thing. I feel like I was on the right path. I did an internship there. I love the culture. I love how people are there. It's like a professional setting, like you're saying, but it's not fake. Like people still cuss, they still talk to each other, but there's that level of professional. Like I'm not gonna fucking spank your ass, or like I'm not, you know, like that level of so that's the type of culture I want. That's the type of culture that
blue collar.
Yes, blue collar. Like let's talk some shit. Let's have fun. Let's be genuine. Let's enjoy the moment. Let's enjoy our job.
Okay.
So jobs that I think have that atmosphere are like police department, firefighters, which is now like one of my main options. I feel like that's probably where I'm gonna end up. The guest that we were gonna have today, Tony, we'll have him eventually. He's a firefighter. That's why I wanted to have him on here. And he loves his job, dude. Like it's a fit for certain people, you know. Like it's not for everybody, but it's a fit for me because I'm gonna be out and about, which is what I love. I want to just be moving. I want to be doing shit. If I can get that EMT thing, I love the healthcare stuff, like Cindy's classes. I'll listen to them because she records them for her nursing stuff. So I love listening to them. I love learning that knowledge. I love gaining that knowledge of like medicine, medical stuff.
Yeah.
And then I love the culture of the place, just calm, relaxed, cool. I love the hours. Like they have these long shifts, but then they also have these long periods, so it can match up with Cindy as well. So it just seems like there's room for like with any, there's room for growth. Like with my degree, I can eventually reach higher levels of eventually. Like I'm not trying to. My goal here is the lower level, which is probably what I would enjoy the most. So that I feel excited again about life. Like Monday, or I don't work Monday, but Tuesday, I'm still eating the shit, but I can enjoy that shit a little more, knowing that.
This is building up.
Yeah, that this is just a step. Like my friend from work, he keeps telling me, because I was depressed as fuck the first day. He's like, dude, you had this look on your face of like, I just want to fucking run out. And I did. I wanted to run. It took every ounce of energy for me to go back the next day. And Cindy's motivation. Like if I didn't have these motivators, I'd be gone, dude. I would have left halfway through that day and be like, I'm out. But
I think it's also a thing that you haven't worked like an office job or something in such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
También, güey, pues también.
Yeah,
you have to take that into consideration.
And now I know myself better, and I know what I want and what I like. I've realized a lot of things about myself, and it's like this is not fucking it, dude. This is not what I want. So yeah, go ahead, dude.
Yeah, I had a question. So I mean, you've invested a lot of into your
degree.
I mean, your degree, man, and just like into having the life that you want to have.
Right.
So I gotta ask, like honestly, you can be honest with us.
Yeah.
Do you resent the fact that do you feel like you haven't achieved
that I have? I mean, it's not a resenting. It's just like a little bit desesperado sometimes, because I have put in so much work. I have invested so much, and I haven't gotten career-wise, like relationship-wise, I'm fucking happy. Like there's different aspects,
right?
Because I do feel like I've put in a lot of work on myself, relationship-wise too, to get everything's like relationships, work, physical, everything. You have to invest in it, and everything has a payback,
right?
And I just feel like I haven't gotten the payback from my career just yet.
Yeah.
But it, and I just keep trying to, and I see my friends like getting careers and stuff, and for me it's just like damn. But also I think part of the reason why is because I'm so picky, and because I'm so dead set on like not settling, and that's how I've been with everything, with my relationships, with it, where I'm like I'm not gonna settle for anything less than what I truly want, and it's hard living that way because it's hard to get what you want. You know what I mean? Right. It's not like I could stay here. Yeah. I could easily climb the ladder. I could easily become that director or whatever. Because the position I'm in is a direct fucking line.
Time travel. We just time traveled.
I wonder if
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where it cut off, so I do apologize for that, guys. But
we had talked about some. I wonder if the conversation about trying to be better than the other people came out.
Okay, yeah. So real quick, I'll just to finish that point. I just wanted to say yeah, man. I just think, like what you're saying, right? So, whatever you're doing, if anybody's doing a specific X job, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's just gonna have a unique perspective on it, dude. And like, depending on what you want to do, what you want to achieve, what you want to do. Like that's why I was asking you, like, do you think that you'll ever achieve? Like, is there like a landmark, right? That you're trying to reach? Like, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're always like constantly going like, oh well.
There will always be more, man.
You're never gonna be 100% satisfied. That's what I was saying.
That's a constant thing with you, huh? Like that you feel like, even with the kids thing, where it's like, well, how do you know when you'll be ready?
Right.
Yeah. And I feel like I just know.
I'm like, right.
Yeah, like I that's something I know when I'm there.
Dude, wait, you're the one that brought that up, the kids thing.
But
last time we were talking about it.
But what I was saying about that though is that maybe some people are there already in that job. That's all I was trying to say. And you're not there, and that's cool, right? But like, because you're asking me like, well, how come some people feel, like, or they're trying to like put other people down and shit. Like maybe it's because they have that confidence. It's because they already know where they want to be,
or they're already there.
Or maybe they're miserable, but they're too scared to move on.
Yeah,
right. You never fucking know, man. I think there's just assholes everywhere you go, dude.
We go back to that idea where fucking. but you were saying that you only live one life, and you're afraid as to like this is it, like there's nothing else, and for them that is it. There's nothing else, and that's what they do, and they're very protective over it.
Yeah,
they're very protective because that's what they've worked for, and that's what they reach. Like, there's some like some people that work in my company that they have that foreman status or whatever, and for them that's what they were working for, and that's what they wanted, and that's where they're staying. So.
And it's important, and it's important that you said that about the respect. And I think, because I was gonna say, like, the only way that I feel that you can counter that is to do the bare minimum, right? And that is the respect. Like, that's that rule really stuck with me. I don't know if you guys ever did those presentations about was it like the 6 pillars or whatever?
Explain that one.
You remember that shit? It was like a little kid, like when we were little kids.
Doing the bare minimum?
No, well, hold on. Sorry, let me go back. I kind of got ahead. Like they used to do these like 4 pillars of like how to be a good person.
Oh, respect.
It was respect. Yeah, respect, trustworthiness, responsibility. I don't know what the other one.
Don't be a bitch ass.
But respect. I feel like respect encompasses so much because it was always like treat others the way you want to be treated. And to me, to be able to function with amongst each other, everybody, what we're talking about right now, there's so many fucking variables, dude. Like from your faith to your upbringing to your fucking even mood in the morning, dude. Like fuck, you might just having a shit morning.
Yeah.
But respect, right, is literally, I feel like it's the bare minimum default setting that everybody can do,
regardless of how you're feeling.
No, think about it. No, listen, because you could. That's the bare minimum that you can do to at least function and to keep moving forward. So people ask me like, and I always like this. I say it as a joke, but it's true. People say like, "What are you doing about racism?" I'm not racist. I treat others the way I want to be treated. Okay. What are you doing about women's oppression? I treat others the way I want to be treated. I give people the same opportunities that I would give myself. Yeah. What are you doing against child abuse? I'm like, I don't abuse my child. I don't abuse my child. No, but that's in society. It's always like, what are you doing about it? I was like, I do the bare minimum. I treat others the way I want to be treated. Right?
Like when they talk about that, gay rights, fucking all of that.
It's just boom. Default setting. Everybody does the bare minimum.
I do what I can do. Like, boom. What do you want me to do? Like, become an activist?
Because some people, some people do
I feel like some people feel like responsibility. Respect should be earned. You know, people say like, I think respect should be earned. Yeah. I'm like, then you don't deserve. Then no one will ever have it. You know what I mean? Like you don't. It's the same fucking conundrum where it's like, oh, I need a job, but you don't have an experience. Well, give me the fucking job. It's the same fucking thing. I give you the bare minimum amount of respect when I first meet you. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't want someone to come up to be like, hey, what the fuck? You gotta prove yourself to me. Oh shit, dude. No, I'll be like, hey, I respect you. Yeah. Now, if I go up to Oscar, I've never met him before, right? And I go, hey, what's up, bro? You know, I'm really cool with him. And he's like, "Hasta la verga, culero." I'm like, oh shit, okay. So like in my mind, I'm already thinking like, okay, so I kind of already know what this person's about. Yeah. Now let's say the next day I go, hey man, were you in a bad mood yesterday? He said, no, fuck you. I just don't fucking like you, you piece of shit. I'll be like, all right. So now I know that I don't have to approach this person in that way. I could just. Yeah. Whatever. I'm going to respectfully not talk to you because I know I don't want to be talked to that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Just 2 things. I don't know if the thing caught it. Because we had us talking about like
STDs.
How we're saying about right now is just like about work. How some people don't understand that we're all just pieces of the puzzle in an organization. Like a doctor is no better than a nurse is no better than.
I mean,
we're all part of it. They get paid more because they have like different responsibilities. True. Everybody is a part of the puzzle, you know. And if you're valuing yourself just based on pay, then you got an issue there. You know what I mean?
I think that's the only way you could do it.
Well, pretty much everybody's owned by somebody because. You do work like for the Thomason Hospital, and pretty much the person that owns that hospital pretty much.
Like there's always somebody. There's always someone above.
Unless you own that thing, then
and even if you still own that place, you still rely on your employees to even have that business. You know what I mean? Like everybody relies. So that's what we're saying. How like nobody's better than the other. How you were talking about like that there's that battle of like between the engineers and the technicians, where the engineers are like, no, we're smarter because we're the ones doing, and the technicians are always just waiting for that moment, like, they fucked up. Like this was supposed to be like this. We actually know what we're doing. So I don't know if it caught the video, but whatever. That's what we're talking about. And then the second thing that I wanted to talk about is because you were talking right now about your upbringing and all that kind of stuff. And, like the conversation we had with Cali last time, because Cali, he is a bit of an aggressive person, and he's kind of like, I don't want to say a bully.
He's an alpha, man.
But he has that mentality of like, like every time he sees me, he's always just like, "Hey, what's up, little bitch? What's up, little fuck?" And after a while, it's just kind of like, "Hey, man, like, why can't you just talk to me like a normal person? Like, why do you have to always have this energy?"
Have you actually asked him that?
I have, and I'm just like it's annoying. And
what did he say?
And he's just like, that's just the way like I talk to you, man. Like that's just the way of me showing my love or whatever.
Okay.
And then, but that's what I was wondering. Like maybe it's because of his like upbringing in prison, where it's hard for him to actually show true affection, and so the way he shows it is through like aggressiveness, I guess. Where it's after a while, it's just like, come on, man, like that's annoying. Like just stop being that way. So I wanted to ask you because you said you grew up being bullied, right?
Yeah.
And one time, because I've been watching these episodes and I'm trying to study you, Greg. Like I'm trying to learn more about you because there's been a long time.
I'm not that complicated.
There was a long time that we went without seeing each other. You know what I mean? So we've developed into different. We developed into different people.
Right.
And you had said that it was hard for you to get over that, the bullying. Do you think that some of that mentality of being bullied kind of carried over into your personality? Because I don't want to say that you're a bully, but sometimes you do have bully tendencies. Where you do kind of like put people down and you are a bit aggressive and certain. And I don't say anything about it because it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But it's just like.
But I'm bringing it up.
But I have noticed. That sometimes
Just
you do stuff.
real
It
quick
doesn't bother me, but I am bringing it up.
Real quick pause.
I'm just curious.
Real quick pause. We are gonna eventually run back to like the Saturday what happened, right?
Yeah,
okay.
We'll get back.
Okay,
to
cool.
That. Or if you want to talk about that,
and
first.
then quick pause. This is not gonna turn into another Greg episode.
It's not. It's not. This is just a question
right.
that
Actually,
I have.
this is an Irvin episode.
This is an Irvin episode.
Yeah,
I'll
because
title
we're
it.
talking about his.
Okay.
I'll title it the Irvin episode.
About his venting. Okay, so you asked me if you feel like
if the bullying has either affected you or made you feel like you kind of have to be. I don't want to say you're a bully, dude, but you sometimes you do come off as a little bit like
an asshole.
Yeah, as a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, it's just the way he is. Let me tell you why. Because his mom is the same. They're very
mucho cotorreando.
They're really they see everything. They're very visual and they see everything.
Yeah,
somos mulas, güey.
Yeah. I'll give you an example.
If they catch something, they'll tell you like, como que te hace falta limpiar aquí.
Yeah.
For real. Give me an example. Give me an example.
Like a simple example.
Give me an example. Yes, please.
Like I was driving over here and I was wearing my glasses.
Okay.
And I knew you were gonna say something about it. I knew you were gonna say what? Because that day I was wearing my glasses.
Your glasses. I think you meant sunglasses.
Yeah, no. And glasses. I knew you were gonna say something about
it.
And sure enough, I get here and you're like, "Hey, Irvin, why are you wearing your glasses? You're trying to look smart or something like that." And then I was just like,
I don't think it's being aggressive or anything. Greg is just like that.
So that's my question. That's my question.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's my way of feeling like, okay, I talked about this before. I use humor as a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Right? Because when I get real, I don't know. I get really self-conscious if I'm talking about something real and like everybody's like paying attention and like you feel it. Attention. Oh my God, you feel like
why though?
No, because everybody
feel like
like when you get to a tense situation, there's like a thing about it. Like, everybody feels just tense, right? And I hate that feeling because I have anxiety. Yeah. I don't like that feeling. So I always have to be the one, in my opinion, I have to be the one that creates the atmosphere, right? So what do? I'm always like, it's like my shield, I'm like funny guy. Look, I'm a funny guy. Look at this is all I am. This is my I'm funny. I'm funny, and I was like, oh, he's funny, or like, oh, what a fucking asshole thing to say. We'll leave him alone because we already know about him, But that's not really what I do. Obviously, I know that you're not like wearing the glasses to be all this other shit, but I have to do that so I could be like, hey, because. Yes, I do like attention a little bit, but also because I'm choosing you. I'm a magician, man. I'm letting you see what I want you to see. Yeah. Right? So I go like, that's my time. I'm gonna make a joke. I'm gonna make people laugh. And if they don't make people laugh, then I could just be like, oh, okay, that didn't work.
I see it all as a witty observation, and I mean, like in my when Greg says like, like when he would talk about the trash can, like, wey, ya cómprate una trash can, like whatever. Yeah. That's the way his mom is. Like that's the way they are.
Yeah, like I feel like you're the one who's always gonna bring up the thing that
because I'm insecure, dude. I'm really insecure.
I find it good for me. It helps me out because you're right. Like I need to buy a fucking trash can. I need to do this better. Like all of that.
Right.
But like is it really up to Greg to point those things out to you? Or
No.
But it happens to it happens, I think we all do it to a certain extent. Like, your jale, like, we could tell you, like, güey, porque no se agarró jale, güey.
Yeah.
Y ahora que ya tienes jale, like, güey, ponte a trabajar, no seas mamón, güey.
Yeah, but you see, but like,
espérate, ¿qué? ¿Por qué chingados estás diciendo que?
Yeah.
Es que no me gusta. No, güey, no seas mamón. Or like me,
yeah.
like, when they tell me, like, how come you don't bodybuild anymore? How come, like, what happened? Like, oh, you used to be this, like...
Because that's like your default.
You know
but doesn't that get annoying?
Yes.
Well, not to the...
It's like, dude, I don't want to because I don't want to.
No.
Why the fuck you got to keep bringing it up?
Because we go back to...
You know what I mean?
We go back to the amount of energy, the amount of commitment, the amount of... People won't understand that I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I had to be consistent with my meals. I had to be socially... I had to plug myself out of social events.
Yeah. It's a commitment.
My family was affected. Like, everything was affected. My personal.
No, yeah, I know. Like,
so it's a big commitment.
That's what I was gonna say. It's not a perfect system.
But people are not gonna understand. Like si me pongo a explicarles, like, por qué chingados, I don't have a six pack or why I'm not competing.
Right.
Like it's useless because you're gonna be like. Pues sí, pero porque no los tienes, like, güey,
no, it's not a perfect system, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's me being insecure. It's a defense mechanism, and actually today is a perfect example. I always come in and I'm always like, hey, get that, whatever, you know, and
because you feel like
I
you have to
can't always do that. Sometimes for whatever reason, right? X reason. And today, I literally, just a small example, I came in and Oscar me said, why are you so quiet?
I really do.
Did you see my fucking face? How I got like super self-conscious? I came in and I was kind of, I didn't even like think about it. He goes, why are you quiet? Y luego de repente I'm like, nothing. No, I'm good, man.
Yeah, you see, so
like I got so self-conscious.
But whoever you were, quiet, whatever the fuck you were, but that's you. Like, why do you feel like you have to project this person?
No, I mean, that's...
No, güey.
You know what I mean?
Yo ya sabía que él estaba agüitado porque no fuimos el sábado, güey. Yo ya sabía porque yo también hago lo mismo, güey. Si me agüito de algo, güey. Te lo voy a
demostrar.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna demonstrate it to you.
And like, it's totally fine that you would be agüitado or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, also, I'm not gonna force myself to do something just because Greg's gonna get agüitado. Like, I'm gonna
no.
You know what I mean? Like,
pero mira,
that's my feeling.
Pero también, o sea, observational.
Yeah.
There's been other situations where we fucking flake out on you as well. Like, where you invite us to your graduation and we couldn't make it.
Yeah, and see, and
that affects you.
No, it doesn't.
Say the truth.
No, I swear to God, dude.
Say the truth.
Listen, this is the truth.
Okay, so why do you feel like Cindy is more important than us?
Yes.
There you go.
Do.
There you go.
Listen, I
think that's better.
At least
for
you're
you
being
to
honest.
see
I'm fucking honest, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, to me, the most important person in my life is Cindy. And I'm not afraid to say that.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to say
that.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
But you guys also are a very valuable part of my life.
Okay.
It's like, oh, well, Cindy's more, so therefore nobody matters.
Right.
Obviously, if there's a situation in which Cindy is in trouble and I need to do something, she's my priority, dude.
Yeah.
She's my future wife.
Yeah.
This is... And of course, and I wouldn't blame you if I'm dying and your kid's dying and you save your child. Like, your child is supposed to be more important than I am.
You know what? I'd say fuck both of you.
Yeah, you know, like,
I would have preferred you had said that to us and to be like, oh, it's because we hang out on Sundays. Like, that's kind of where I got...
I was honest with you. I was like, dude, I don't want to go because I'd rather hang out with Cindy, but get my fucking cuddle on,
where I'm going,
and watch a fight.
Where I'm going with this is like let's say that it's family events. But if it's a Cindy family event, you will attend Cindy family event. But if it's like a Rocha family event,
just anything,
you won't attend
anything
Rocha
involving
family
like event. Cindy, I will prioritize.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But a Rocha family event, you will not attend.
Rocha, because I feel like I don't really owe anything to...
What? But you owe to...
Oh, we want you there.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like...
I know. I respect that.
No,
okay.
and I'll tell you why.
It's good to know.
I'll tell you
so
why.
So I'll never invite you again.
For real, yeah.
I'll tell you why. Like, I feel very...
and there... Okay, let me stop right there and say, like, I respect... Juan, David, Cindy, all of them. They did nothing but good things for you.
Yes.
They've helped you out.
Yeah.
In a situation where you didn't have a job, and
Right.
like let's hook you up with school, and they open their arms, their house, their hearts, like everything to you. So
and
I don't want this to come off fuck them and all that.
And they make you happy, dude.
I'm
so
very,
way more.
I love what they like everything they do for you, everything they do for us.
Yeah.
So 100% out of respect.
Watch, let me tell you. I think people use the term family too like
loosely.
It's just like, oh, that's my family.
Because
like,
we're
that's,
family, we
like,
have to
that's
do it.
blood. We have to do it.
And David,
I'm not hanging out with you guys because you're family. I'm hanging out because I appreciate you.
And David
like,
said that it gets harder for him to hang out with his family because he's doing stuff.
Yeah, like I don't like this idea of like, oh, well, because they're family, we have to give our life to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like their family has done more for me than my own family has. Extended family, at least. Of course, my mom's done so much for me and everything. But as far as extended family,
like Cali, no, not Cali. I'm sorry. Like Ivan or
like,
Paco or anybody
stuff like that.
we really haven't really hung
exactly.
You
like,
really haven't hooked me up.
Just because it's like family, like, oh, I have to prioritize.
Well, that was a big
them.
reason why I wanted to do that on Saturday. Because we don't do that. We don't give ourselves.
You want
to
change that?
I was trying to change.
Yeah, so for me, the title of family, it doesn't really like. It's whatever.
So
like, I'm hanging out with you guys because I like you. I appreciate you.
Okay, definitely. So
I like Greg too.
So for us, like when we hung out and played video games, you're doing it for us. You're not doing it for like Ivan or Brian or anything like that. I do feel like it would be something awesome. Yeah. I mean, we did do it once. We went to the fountains and we ate Chinese food. Definitely. Yeah. I just think it would be awesome if we could do it a little more often.
Yeah, and see,
but it doesn't happen more. Okay, to be all fair.
Yes.
It doesn't happen the way we think it happens. Like, it's like, todos los pinches fines de semana.
Yeah. No.
Or like even you, like you're at events every fucking weekend. Like, it doesn't happen that way.
But the thing is that we know that we're all busy and if we don't,
in bed.
It sounds yeah, right. It sounds fucked up, but if we don't force ourselves to do it, if we don't create those opportunities, no va a pasar. Like, it's not gonna happen organically. And that's why I was like kind of so adamant, like, well, let's do it because we don't fucking do it. Yeah. I know it feels like we're forcing it, but let's do it. So we can do it.
My sister wants our family to do that now.
Yeah.
Because we used to never do that.
But to start getting together.
Like, you know how easy it is for you to go and hang out with Cindy. Like, it's not even a problem. Like, you don't even think twice about it. Like, we already assume that you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Your mom knows you're gonna be there. Everybody knows.
Because
that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Well, that's what I want. I want to create that feeling in your mind where you be like, hey, you know what? I want to go hang out with these guys. And that's what I want to do.
But then Irvin said something.
Because I miss it.
Irvin said something, like, if you think about it, Irvin said something that affects him to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you're thinking about Greg bringing up something before you even get here. So it does affect it to a certain degree.
Like, I genuinely...
be honest. It does affect it to a certain degree. That Greg, like, is very visual.
Yeah, that part of your personality, I'm not going to lie, it's not my favorite.
Okay. There you go. That's fair. That's fair.
It's something that, like, I'm like, oh, well, do I really want
I like this. This is better. This is better,
You know what I mean? Because he's going to be, like, just talking shit. Because he feels like he has to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whatever. But going back to... what are you talking about? Keep talking about that. Okay. So like
I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings.
No, I know.
You don't hurt our. I don't.
So that's what I was trying to get to. Like, for example, okay, in a situation where you feel like I need to say this because of this, otherwise this is gonna happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not always like funny or like. It's like I'm saying. Sometimes it just comes off as asshole-ish. Okay. And it's just like I understand Greg what he's trying to do. He's trying to make the situation like. I don't even like less tense or less, but it's like, it's just mean sometimes.
Right. Well, I feel the same way when you say things like, "Oh, I'd rather hang out with Cindy's family than our family," because like I get it. Like you say, you don't owe anything to them, but it's like, it's not about owing anything. It's like, I mean, maybe I have a unique perspective because I have children. And I was away for so long, and that I actually got a chance to be like, aunque las quiero ver, güey, no puedo. Yeah. Like, that sucked. That I couldn't even see you guys. Even if I wanted to. Even if I was like... Even if you did live in Tornillo, like, right? I couldn't even drive that far. It was like 18 hours away. But it sucks.
It's kind of fucked up to think about it that way. But, I mean... Like, when you said, like, my grandpa, like, was a role model and everything. Like, I couldn't see it that way. Like, I know you guys loved my grandpa. Yeah. And my grandma, like... It's kind of, like, it's going to kind of catch people off guard and everything. But... Yo casi no voy con mi grandma, güey.
Yeah,
like,
no, and that's fine, too, yeah.
And if she passes away, like, I'm going to be like, que culero.
Yeah, it sucks, but
it's not going to be to a certain extent where I'm going to be crying, man. Like, or it's going to hurt me to bad, and I hold nothing against her, like, nothing. Pero we just, even though we've lived so close, we were really far apart. Yeah. As far as on a connection.
Yeah. Right.
But why do you think? Because why do you think you weren't hanging out with my grandma more?
We grew apart, man.
But like, See, in my opinion, I
or
see
like my tios, like they're just different personalities.
exactly.
Man.
Yes. Okay.
They're
So that's what I'm trying to get
fit
to.
in. We don't fit in with them.
Yes.
We don't, man.
Exactly.
We've always, and that's something from the get go. That's why you can't be at the job you're at. That's why I had to have multiple jobs. That's why you did what you did, because we live in a fantasy world. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We live in a fantasy world since we were young, bro. We like to get fucking palos and make them into swords.
Yeah.
We go on adventures down the canal. Like, we've been dreamers, man. We've been visionaries. We've been on a different fucking like imagination level.
Yeah.
So I can see why you say like, this is not what I envisioned for me, and I want this. And me being like, no, güey, yo quiero esto.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And being a jack of all trades, like a master of none.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good thing, because you experience more shit. Like, that's boring to just be like,
do the same thing.
This is it. That's why we are attracted to Conor McGregor, because
he pushes the boundaries.
He's not like, oh, I'm gonna defend this belt for the rest of my career. Like, he's
Yeah.
like, no, you know what? I'm gonna go catch other belts.
Yeah.
Go catch
Sports.
other sports. Like,
Yeah.
he's thinking.
I love that
of
man,
more
dude.
shit.
Yeah.
So I can see
He's
why
a huge inspiration.
We are attracted to that.
Yeah.
So,
But going back to what you were saying about like my grandma, okay, you know, as fucked up as it sounds, relationships are kind of transactional. You are giving something in exchange for something else. So by you giving time or whatever to my grandma, but you felt like you weren't getting anything in return because you're just not like similar people.
Yeah.
Or you're not getting something in return because you're just whatever it is,
Different
it's not even
eras,
conversation
man.
or whatever. You know what I mean?
Different eras.
So yeah, as fucked up as it sounds, relationships are pretty transactional. Like, why am I gonna invest time in this relationship when I can be hanging out here where I'm getting more out of this? In my opinion, whether it's conversational, like emotional, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And I feel like the reason why I prefer hanging out with you guys on the podcast and why I enjoy doing this is because you both are different people on the podcast. You are real on the podcast. Mm-hmm. You become, like, even with us, both of us, like, if we turn off these microphones right now and we start talking, we're not gonna have the same conversation that we're having.
we are.
It's not. No, dude, guys, this is way deeper than what we would ever have.
No. We will.
we
Greg
will.
and I always have deep conversations.
We would.
Pero tú te vas, güey.
We would, but this is more. This is. I feel like this is real. This is like Greg as real as it gets.
I think you just like the convenience of it. Honestly, I think you like us in small doses because it's like, again, we go back to that control.
Y porque Cindy te la chupa, güey. Porque cosas con Cindy.
It's awesome.
Y yo no te puedo chupar, güey.
Listen, man. Like, I think it's a little fucked up. Like, I think you're really a kind of an asshole when you don't show up to family events because of that reason, man. Like I get it. Like, you're talking about like transaction. Like, well, ¿pa qué voy allá? Even just
yeah.
But like, I'm there, dude. And like you're saying, like you're talking about it. Like, okay, well, Sydney gives me something that my family doesn't. Okay, cool. But like, I think it's alarming to me. Mm-hmm. Like, be honest with me. If right now if you just made the decision right now, it's like, I'm not gonna go to any family events ever again. Like, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with that decision? Like, 100%.
Yeah, I'd be okay.
See, to me, I find that alarming.
But why?
Because just the way that we're like, well, I know Oscar said that about my grandma. I know you don't. I don't know if you feel like 100% the way he feels like that. You
with my grandma, I feel like I do get a little bit something out of her. I get just that like relationship warmth of a grandma. You know what I mean?
Okay, well,
I don't need that very often.
Pick anybody. Pick anybody in the family that you'd be like.
Flexing right now?
Pick anybody in the family right now that you know that you don't go out of your way and you wouldn't go out of your way to go see them. Because everybody. Okay, that's fine. Pick anybody, right?
Everybody. Yeah.
I feel like just as you found that so. I'm not saying that it was easy. I'm not trying to make you into this monster, but like just like you, just like you found a way to justify that, because you could justify yourself. We were talking about that last time. You could justify yourself doing anything.
Killing somebody.
I feel like you could eventually do that to us, and that's why I don't want to happen. I think you could eventually justify saying like, "Yep, I just see my cousins on the podcast, and that's it."
Yeah,
and I don't care if I don't see him anywhere else. I think that you could find yourself in that situation.
Watch.
And that, to me, me agüita, way.
Let me tell you why not. Let me tell you why not. So you're saying you're trying to create these situations where we can hang out so that
or try harder. You gotta do it on purpose, bro.
So that I start like hanging out more with you guys.
Do it on purpose, yeah.
The way I see it is the podcast. This is like I get to actually.
No, dude, I get it.
Like I don't know you yet. I don't know you anymore. You know what I mean? You were comfort, dude. We're 27, 28 years old.
Mira,
we spent our like childhood
beyond the gone. Okay,
together.
Let's say beyond the gone. I was here in El Paso with you, but we grew apart, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and it happens.
And you got other friends,
Right.
and you got
Yes.
other conversations and everything.
Other interests, other hobbies,
so we went,
everything.
We went totally different.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was here in El Paso.
Yeah.
So where I'm going with this is that, your Cindy is a big part of your life. Cindy is like a fucking extension of you at
Yes.
this point. So if we were able to have deep conversations that involves Cindy, that involves Melissa, that involves
everyone.
Sarah, that involves everyone, it would feel more comfortable towards Irvin, because Irvin loves his partner. And
that's cool, man.
He wants the best for her.
Yeah.
And I want to get to know Cindy like that, and Sarah. Like I
Yeah.
want to be able to be like, or to see Sarah and Cindy like I see you guys. Like
And that's the thing. Every time we've ever met, it's been on a social setting.
Yeah.
Or we've been at a bar or something, and to have deep conversations like that at a setting like that, it's really difficult. So we would have to get to know each other on that deeper level. Now it's up to them whether they want to let us and into their mind that way.
Yeah.
Because it's a big step.
Yes.
I mean, for people for us to have people over and to open up that way,
Yeah.
it's an honor, like it's a blessing that people actually want to open up.
Because check it out, dude. I feel like the reason people hang out is because they have they have a mutual gain from whatever it is that they're doing, whether it's conversation, whether it's whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we have found something that brings us together every Sunday morning, and it's the podcast. We all have the same interest in podcasting and talking and doing this. So this is what draws me to hang out with you guys, because right now I could be with Cindy. I could be with Cindy right now in the morning.
Yeah.
But I'm choosing to be with you guys because I like doing this.
Yeah.
I like hanging out with you, having conversations, doing this.
Exchanging
So all we
ideas.
got to do, if we want to, is keep finding out shit that we all like, so that it doesn't feel like a sacrifice.
It's a
like,
mutual.
fuck, I'm going to go. Like,
I
for
have
me
to
and
go
Oscar,
this.
times that we would hang out would be during UFC events.
UFC fights.
Because we both love fights.
Yeah.
So we would make time. Not even because we like it. We'd be like, let's go meet up at Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's watch the John Jones fight, because we're both gaining from this.
Yeah.
So all we have to do in order for us to not drift apart like you're fearing is find more common interests that we can.
Y lo es que a ti no te gusta el básquet.
Yeah,
no te
we're
gusta
very
UFC.
different.
No mames, güey, pues, ¿qué te
What do you
gusta?
mean?
We're very different people. Like, what do we? And besides, dude, I know that you like playing. I don't like video games.
Okay.
It's not something that
don't
I'm
have to
like.
play video games.
Yeah. So you see, so that's one thing that we can't hang out and do. Like, I don't really.
I don't
like,
think
But listen,
I don't
we're-
think none of us like to play video games.
Listen,
it was
this
just
is-
like a common denominator that we were trying to find.
and throughout this podcast, we can continue talking and find out more similar things that we have about each
we
other.
like to masturbate. What if we have a masturbation
yes,
party?
yes,
That's the best.
yes.
But what does the podcast have to be here in order for us
The
to do that,
podcast
though?
is a way for
It's going
us.
to become a job eventually.
No. It's
not.
Yes,
not.
it will.
No,
because
it won't.
and if it does, then we stop doing it. But the
Okay,
podcast,
and then are we still going to hang out
that's
after
the thing.
that?
But throughout that time,
Oscar's always positive.
But
I don't hear anything that
hold
from
on,
you, though.
dude, hold on. Throughout that time, we're getting to know each other more.
I'm
And we're
mad at
getting-
you, bro.
And we're getting to see more things that we like about
I'll
each
be
other.
honest, I'm mad at you.
That's fine. Hold on. And throughout that process, we'll get to see more things that we like about each other.
Sí,
And because, again, I go back to what I was saying earlier. I don't know you anymore, dude. Like, I know
Porque
you.
no quieres, güey.
I know you from when we were children. From when we would go play. We played trompos and shit. Yeah. But that was 20 years ago, dude. Like, you've changed. You're a new person. I'm trying to get to know this new Greg, this person, and that's gonna continue happening throughout the years. You're gonna be a different person in 5 years. You're gonna be.
There's going to be a point
You know what I mean?
where we're going to have kids, and
Exactly.
you're probably going to have another kid, and then our kids are going to have play dates.
You're fearing the future, just like you
No,
said you
I'm-
don't want
I'm-
to.
I'm
Like,
making
what
an
happens if all of a
observation.
sudden I stop liking the UFC?
Okay.
That's one thing that me and
That's
Oscar have in
fine.
common. So what are we gonna? We're gonna stop hanging out?
No.
You know, maybe because we don't have that common
No.
thing anymore.
What?
But the thing is, that's why you keep finding different things that you like.
Fine,
Like
I'll just have
maybe-
Cindy here all the time. And then you
Maybe
can
maybe
be
I'll
here.
I'll start getting into like
I'll just
maybe I'll
become
start getting
Cindy's
into
best friend.
maybe I'll start getting into fashion, and all of a sudden Oscar's like, dude, I'm fucking into fashion. Like, I love fashion.
Honestly-
and then we're like, fuck yeah, dude, let's have fashion
Why
parties.
can't we just
Let's
hang
do
out because
runway
we
sh-
like to hang out?
That's the beautiful part about being jack of all trades, that
Yeah.
you will always find everything interesting.
See, it's good, and then that's one thing
And
you
Greg,
find.
don't be
No,
so,
dude.
Don't be
I'm
like,
mad.
Okay, it's okay to
Okay,
be mad.
vent it out.
cabrona.
Vent it out. Vent it out.
It's
okay to be
I'm
mad.
pissed,
It's okay to
dude.
be mad.
I'm
Vent it
mad
out.
because like I remember when I would come here and then you would make me feel like shit because I didn't want to hang out with you
Just hanging out.
all the time.
So Greg wants to hang out more in a setting where the podcast is not involved.
Yeah, you just want to hang out.
You want to shoot the shit?
Like, why couldn't we do this without the microphones?
Yeah, we can.
Because it feels productive.
we
it feels
can.
like we're doing
How?
something.
Okay,
And
but
for
this
me,
is- This is something.
Why does it have to be productive?
This is something that we all check off our list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Because you wanted to have a successful something on YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
And
then I give up.
This is pretty successful.
Right. Yeah.
And me, I've always wanted to do it. I didn't have the equipment. I didn't have the right people to do it with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I have the right people to do it with. And it just so happens that you have the equipment for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And Irvin, he has
I've always wanted to do this too.
He's always wanted to do this. So we all check off something.
So we're all getting something
provide
from this.
Something from
Right,
this.
right.
Again, it goes back to transactional. We're all getting something from this.
So eventually, we're gonna have enough conversations, and we're gonna warm up to the idea that we all provide something to our significant others. Of course, I don't want Sarah having conversations or anything where it's not productive to her,
and
it doesn't align with her values.
I think we finally reached a difference from me and you. We just got to know something about each other. I just told you I don't like to hang out if it's not productive, and you're like, well, why can't we do anything? So right now in my life, as it is right now, I want to be productive in everything that I'm doing.
So you're saying that every single time you hang out with Cindy is productive?
Yes.
Oh, it can be to the point where, you know what, let's get together and have, Sarah would fucking love this, planning parties. Bring your planner and we'll plan for shit. Sarah, you should see Sarah's planner, dog.
Yeah.
It she gets down with it and she loves it.
Yeah.
This is an idea of far left. But that's what we like to do. We like to, you know what, let's plan our workouts with each other.
That's badass.
Let's schedule things. Let's schedule this.
Okay.
And you know, like, I know where everyone's going right now. We're in a point in our lives.
You said we're
porno. Right now we're in a porn and we're
what's about to happen?
Bitches are about to walk out and be like, "Ooh, we're here for the podcast."
Oh shit.
No. Okay, we're at a point in our lives where we want to accomplish shit.
Yeah.
And we want to build shit.
Yes.
We want to plant some seeds and then pick them up.
In a productive mentality.
Definitely. Okay. I'm pretty sure we can align those things with when we meet.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm pretty sure we can figure that out.
Yeah.
To where we're productive while we kick the shit. And then eventually it gets to the point like, you know what, let's just kick the shit. But definitely right now that's where we're at. That's where we're at in our lives.
Like right now you said, do you feel like every time you're hanging out with Cindy you're being productive? Yes, because I feel like I'm building that relationship more. And because that, again, like I've said, Cindy is the most important thing to me. So building that relationship with Cindy, because for Cindy, one of her love languages is time. She loves when I just spend quality time with her.
Sarah's the same.
Yeah, like we're watching movies and I'm actually paying attention to the movie, not just on my phone. We're having a conversation and we're in the moment. You know, she appreciates the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
So yes, I feel productive because I'm spending time with her and I'm investing in the relationship that is then going to continue growing and it's into a beautiful thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then when I'm not with her, I feel I'm watching either like educational videos, I'm practicing my Chinese, I'm like reading a book, whatever it is. I'm in this type of mentality where I'm just personal growth, productive, build, continue to where maybe if I was once I feel I reached that like goal that you're thinking like, oh, well, like you might never reach that thing because it's never like a limit. Once I'm like older and I'm in that point where I'm like, I've reached where I want to reach. I don't want to, like, I'm out of that productive growth mentality for a little bit. And I just want to just waste time and just sit here and just not do anything and just talk about, like, bullshit or whatever.
Think about it.
I could get to that, and then maybe that's the Irvin that you would love. Maybe that's the Irvin that you'd be like, fuck
Greg, but Greg is like, we're going to have to wait 40 years for
this? I love you
Yeah.
because you're my cousin and we have all this history together.
But I don't want you to love me for that, Greg. I don't want you to love me because I'm your family.
I do love you because you're my family.
Mira.
Or maybe I could just say I love you and you just happen to be my family.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That's how I feel about you.
The thing is,
I think you see me more as a coworker at this point, though.
No, I appreciate who you are because from when we were younger, you have this, like, I love your imagination. Let me tell you some things I love about you, Greg. Maybe this will make you feel better.
I'm still mad, though.
It's fine.
I didn't even get to say why I was mad.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about why you were mad.
I'm mad because I remember, dude, I used to fucking cry sometimes when I would come over and visit you guys.
When we were, like, younger?
No, when I was in Nebraska.
Yeah.
I would come and I'd have mental breakdowns.
So then...
Because it fucking sucks when I would come here and, like, I would try to visit. I would try to, like, give everybody time.
Yeah.
Right? Because time is valuable, dude.
I remember that.
And I was only
times.
here for, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And, like, everybody... Oh, ¿por qué no vienes para acá? ¿Y por qué no vienes para acá? You know what I mean? We have a big family, dude.
Yeah.
And I knew, and I always said to Melissa, I have to make time for my cousins. I have to.
Yeah.
And
But
it
then
would
your
suck.
cousins
It would
make
suck
time for you.
Yeah.
It would
No, I
suck.
feel
Like
that's
it
the
would
truth.
suck, or
That's
it
the
would
truth.
suck. It would suck if it's like, hey, dude, come over here,
Yeah.
and I couldn't for
But
whatever
listen,
reason, and then you would be like,
Instead of
ah,
us being
pinche
like,
culo.
instead of us being like, hey, wait, vamos para allá contigo, güey.
Right, and it fucking sucked, and then I came back.
So you almost feel like I owe you something.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
I resent,
see, that's what it is.
I
It's a little
resented
bit
a
of
little
resent-
bit, but you know what? I know you're fucking busy, dude.
But
I
that's
know
the
you
thing,
got
Rick.
time.
I think-
But there's times where I honestly see it and I hear it almost in your voice when you're
Yeah.
like, you're not worth it.
See,
Time.
and
You're
that-
not worth
okay.
my time, kind of thing.
And that's not the thing. The thing is, I still don't know what we have in common other than this podcast.
Because you're not giving it an opportunity.
And
That's what I'm
this is.
saying,
That's
dude.
what this is,
I don't
Greg.
know what the fuck we were gonna do that day.
Dude,
For
that-
all we know, we could have gone there and the fight wouldn't have worked, or he couldn't have logged into
No,
his
I-
fucking
Hubiéramos agarrado
ESPN.
putazos
I was
nosotros.
gonna, you know what I was planning? I was gonna have fucking wood. I was gonna do a bonfire.
I get
We
you.
used to do
I
it.
get what you're saying. You're
Nos agarramos putazos.
you're trying to
Create the opportunity.
Yeah. You're
Not
trying to
just
create-
fucking say it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
it's
You're
not
trying to
gonna
create
happen.
more opportunities for it. But the way I see it, this is the opportunity. This podcast is the opportunity.
Okay, but
for
if the
us to-
podcast is not here,
but it's here, dude. Stop
and
thinking about it not being here.
listen. If
It's
it's here, if it's not here, the bigger we get, it's gonna become a job. I don't care what you say.
That's the
I'm
thing.
being realistic.
I'm okay with it.
because
I'm
look
okay with it becoming a job. Let me tell you why. Because
I'm not saying it's bad.
we will grow. Our relationship with each other will grow.
Yes.
And it's gonna happen, dude. It's just not gonna happen at the time that you want it to happen.
Okay.
Like the way
No.
we want it to where.
Yes.
Hey, wait, let's hang out. Let's kick the shit. Let's do
Yeah.
this, dude. I don't even do that with anybody else.
Yes.
Right.
So, I do see it. You know, there's a little hesitation. You know, like your wife does not know our significant others. Your wife does not
Yeah,
know
she
us
doesn't.
on a personal level. Cindy doesn't know us on a personal level. Let me tell you one observation that I did. Medium came with us. She's a fucking awesome person. She's a hoot. She's a laugh. She's a fucking awesome.
Who? Sorry.
Medium.
Medium.
But I feel like Cindy kind of invited her out to have her there because she doesn't know us. Like
Medium. Who's medium?
her sister.
hung out?
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy.
Nancy, my
Oh,
bad.
that's just her middle name.
Okay.
I don't even think she uses it.
Nancy. Well, Nancy, she was there to a
I thought it was
certain
like, who's that?
extent because it was comforting for Cindy for
Yeah.
her to be there.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know, she just knows Irvin.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really
A
know us.
mediator.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
needed a mediator.
She needed
Yeah.
someone there to give
Yeah.
her, a certain comfort, and
Simone,
I
Simone.
get
Exactly,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm okay, and I'm okay with that. That's why, if we don't hang out or anything like that, I know to a certain extent it's because casi no nos conocemos, güey.
Yeah,
And-
that's what this
and
is,
Greg,
dude.
And Greg wants to like create the opportunity till we actually get to know each other, but it's gonna happen
You know
eventually, man.
what I would love to do with you, Greg? I would love to roll jiu-jitsu with you.
Okay, that's fine.
I would love. Look, watch, and that's what
Wait,
I'm
we
trying
need to buy mats.
And that's what I'm trying to build, dude. That's why I want to get a badass
El
job in
pinche
a house
plan.
so I can build a jiu-jitsu gym in my fucking garage.
Mira, okay.
And we can hang out
Okay.
and do jiu-jitsu every fucking
that's-
day.
I
just think
but
that-
then I feel like you'll bring up that excuse like, oh, what if the jiu-jitsu
No,
wasn't
wait,
here?
pero
I wouldn't
just
be hanging
think-
out.
Espérate, wait, no.
I just think that
Greg-
you're.
Greg is going with this like, porque te tienes que esperar hasta que
Yeah,
tengas una
exactly.
casa para poder
Exactly.
hacer eso, güey. And I agree with that. Like
Because I'm building other stuff in the meantime.
we can do it at your mom's house, like in el pinche piso, güey. Like,
On the bed.
oh,
Whoa.
let
Nah,
me teach
but
you
like-
this position.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I feel like you're like a fighter. Like you're thinking of it as like, oh, we're just getting ready for fight night all the time. Like, I'll see you at fight night. I'll see you at fight night. But why can't we just fucking work out
Dude,
together?
the thing
That's all
is-
I'm saying. Like, why can't we just
Greg
out outside
Greg
of
wants
it?
to be involved in your process, camarada.
Yeah, you want to be more
Greg
involved.
wants to be involved in your process.
Dude, man.
That-
See, and I guess I'm finding it difficult to
you
just
wanna
like...
you wanna involve Greg in at the end product.
Yeah, like
cuando
right
ya
now-
tengo la casa y todo, pero Greg wants to be involved in the
Yeah,
process.
I feel
man.
you. I feel you. I feel like right now I'm just so invested. It's because you caught me at a bad time. I'm not gonna lie. You came back at a bad time, Greg. You caught me at a time where I'm still like in fucking build mode. I'm building right now, dude. Like right now I'm in full fucking. I'm trying to fucking get my dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry that I can't fit you in more in that, but
I have nothing, dude.
that's fine, dude.
I don't have a house.
Dude,
I
but
don't have a job.
I'm in that mode right now.
Greg is in that mode as well.
Yeah, I'm in
Let's
build
be
mode.
fair. Let's
I'm
be fair.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Let's be fair.
I'm so resentful
Let's
about
be
the
fair.
fact that I drove 18 hours and you can't even drive like 20 minutes to
and
my
that's-
house
and
to
that's-
fucking watch a fight, something that you guys like to do. I was gonna pay for it, dude,
And
so
I-
you guys would be
Oh
there.
hell yeah! Yo no me gusta gastar dinero.
You know what though? That's actually a thing that I don't like. like
What's that shit? Oh, don't.
okay,
What?
what? So
Tell
you
me
fe-
exactly.
You feel resentful, right?
Yeah, a little
because
bit.
you did these things and now you expect me.
Yeah,
to
it's
do the
fucked up,
things.
right?
Well, you know what, man?
But it's
fucked
like,
up.
okay, well, were
It's
you
weird.
just doing things because you expected
But we're-
me to the
but-
one day
but-
no,
return
no,
the favor?
no.
But we're
I
talking
did it-
about exchange, though.
I did it
Yeah.
because
You are
I did
saying
it because
exchange.
I was trying to create this opportunity. I was like, look, I'm gonna make it as easy as possible for you to come and we can hang out. And then you say no, and then like I'm like,
It's
okay,
'cause,
like, pues como claro que me van a cabronar, güey.
Like me, okay, like me coming and like doing whatever, like I posted things or whatever. I'm not doing that because I want you all of a sudden like, well, I'm gonna do this so that maybe Greg will then run it.
no,
you know
no,
what I mean?
fuck
No,
that.
like also that's kind of fucked up of you, don't you think? Like to be doing that thing and then like be expecting
It's
like, oh
'cause
well, Irvin then
it's
owes
an
me.
investment for Greg as well, man. Like Greg,
I have time to
Greg
like,
invested that time and everything, and
But
like
also, you shouldn't expect something from me either. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
Well,
I just
to-
asked you a question and you said no, and then like now you're talking about like, well, I only do things if it's gonna benefit me.
What?
look, man. I
You just said that.
Look, the thing is that we're all investing time. We're all investing something, and
Yeah.
Greg wants to see a return on it eventually.
Yeah.
Greg wants to see a return. And I feel like you are gonna get your return, Greg.
Okay, that's fine.
Irvin's
Yes,
time.
dude.
Irvin's time is coming to where
Yes.
he's gonna involve us, and he has in the past. You know, we went to play tennis. I remember that day. Like we went to play tennis. And then there's times where I did invite him to a party at my sister's house, and he showed up with Jerry and some other. I can't remember who else. Either way, it's coming, man. Like. I don't think it should be till you get a house.
No, it's not even gonna be to
Okay.
that. I just feel like right now I'm not gonna lie, I'm very invested in myself. Like Cindy is the most important thing to me, and then it's me. You know, and if it's like if whatever I'm doing at the moment isn't involving personal growth or Cindy, it's difficult for me to fit it in.
So you don't think that like building the relationship that we lost, like you talk about so much, like you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't
Yes.
know me.
Pero si
You
lo-
don't think that's a personal
Yes,
growth?
and
to
I feel
get
like
that shit
that's
back?
what I'm doing right now during the podcast, and I feel like this is the time that I've allotted for
It'll
that.
help out, man. And
Yeah.
si lo hicimos, like,
Yeah.
this one time when we went hiking, pero pues tú no pudiste ir, güey.
Yeah. Right.
Pero si fuimos, pero were you invited? You were invited.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
And that's
so-
another thing. It's also difficult for you because you have children.
You have
It's
children
difficult
and
for you
everything.
to schedule shit.
Right.
So it's almost like let me do stuff, but just based on your schedule.
it's gonna-
because
That day seemed like it was perfect. Like you didn't have anything.
It was
you didn't
perfect
have,
for you,
didn't
though.
have any
You know what I
plans.
mean?
Well, what were you doing that day?
I was gonna watch the fight with Cindy just in the comfort of my own
And
home.
I'm pretty sure you guys already planned it, like, on
Yeah, like
Wednesday
we were
or
chilling, you know,
Thursday.
and that's
Hey,
what we
let's-
usually do. Like we don't really like the reason we go to Buffalo or whatever we would do is because it was hard for us to like watch the fights anywhere else, and it worked. You know, it was an easy thing, and then we got to hang out with Oscar, so it was cool. But as of now, we have the fights at the house free. Like we don't have to do shit. It's not illegal, just so you guys know. Cindy's dad. Nah, just kidding.
The sex or the
So and you know and that's what it is. But
I can see where Greg's coming from.
but I do see where you're
Irvin's
coming from.
Yeah.
like you came back after years of being gone, and like you're like, I want this already. Like I've been waiting for this time to hang out with my cousins.
let me-
and
I
they
didn't
wanna-
leave
and-
because I didn't want to hang
Let me
out
make
with
you
you,
feel
dude.
better, Irvin. Yo viví aquí, güey.
My name's not
Donde vive Irvin, güey. y
Yeah,
nosotros
we
casi
barely
nunca
hang
nos
out.
Right, and that's why I
juntábamos,
think
güey.
it's kind of
'Cause
crazy.
we were building lives,
Yes,
güey.
I think
dude.
it's
We
fucking
were
nuts.
building lives. We were
Yeah.
building. You had to leave because this was your opportunity to
Yeah.
get a good job and
Yeah.
to raise your family. So por eso te fuiste, güey.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
why-
Like,
Irvin had to
how
do what
fucked
he
up
had
would
to
it be
do.
for me to be resentful that you left?
Porque te fuiste,
You know,
Why
like,
not? Why
porque
wouldn't you be?
I'm not resentful because that's you.
That's your-
That
that's
was your
fine.
decision
That was
to
your
build
goals
your own
and
life.
that was your life, man.
So, you know, you shouldn't be resentful for what?
I can feel
No.
I can see where you're coming from, and it's okay to feel those feelings. You
Yeah.
have to feel those feelings because then from resentfulness it turns into spite, and then it turns to a point where you're gonna be like, "Pues a la verga
Listen,
con el podcast," you know?
Like the way that it hits my ears, maybe it's not the way that you want me
Probably
to.
not.
Like you're not gonna want me to leave thinking the way that I'm thinking, but you know what I mean. Like, so I left, right? And like that was my choice.
Right.
I own it. Like I left.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
We
have
lost,
no resentment for you
and
for
we
that.
lost touch. right?
Okay.
I tried to come back as much as I could and then hang out with you guys, but it got hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You guys
Yeah.
didn't come up to visit me for whatever reasons. Okay, cool.
Oh,
you
fuck
guys
that
had
place,
you guys
dude.
had shit to do.
No.
Whatever.
I just fuck that place.
Yeah,
okay. You guys had shit
you're
to
asking
do.
a lot from us, Craig.
No. Listen.
You're
listen.
like, go and invest in a flight to go to some place that nobody wants to go to.
Yeah, but for Greg is like
I was there because they
I'm
made
pretty-
me, dude.
But for Greg is like, I'm pretty sure I'm worth it. For
Yeah.
Greg is like, is not our relationship it's not like even if you don't want to believe that blood is something like for Greg it means something to be blood, and he's like for him it's like you're not willing to make that investment.
You can't. I can't erase like all the stuff that we did when we were little, man. Like that shit's engraved in me. Like it was like like I always told Melissa like if you don't get along with anybody, if you don't get along with my grandma, even my mom, I'll say it. As long as you get along with my cousins, like that's what matters to me.
Yeah, so you feel very like invested.
I feel strong. Like we had something, man. Like shit.
I get you.
And it kind of sucks.
Like you feel like it's not reciprocated.
No. It's a little bit, but it's like because I know that you're okay. It's the thought that I know you're okay. That not ever seeing me like in a family setting and all this other stuff.
And I think that's where you're
okay.
wrong. I think that's where. Why do you think I decided to even invest time in this in the first place?
What? The podcast?
Es que también
I could have also been like, nah, guys, like
también nosotros we have to invest time. También nosotros we have to invest time in Irvin's achievements, like in my achievements or in your achievements.
Right.
Like we have to invest time in those situations.
This is how I feel.
But which we haven't. Let's be honest. None of us have. Like in our biggest accomplishments, who has been there, Sarah?
True.
Who has been there, Melissa? Who has been there, Cindy?
Because at the end of the day, we're all out for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like we're all out for our own best benefit.
Right.
You left because it was in your best interest.
Right.
I'm doing this because of my own. It's all in our own best interest. So we have to find something that's still in our own best interest, like the podcast. We're all still benefiting.
I would love to roll though.
And that would be fun too.
I would love to involve Juan and Great Paco. Paco wants to do shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
so that's fun. That was something we can. As of now, though, it is. It's difficult.
What about,
I just started
what
working.
about light sparring?
Like I just
not even punching each other hard.
Yeah,
like,
that's
just to
that's
go
all
through
stuff.
like
the
Yeah, touch sparring is what you would call that.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, so that's super fun. But like I said, I just started even this new job, so that's even less time that I have to hang out. And so I'm like I keep telling you, I'm in the building phase. But I think what happened with you, Greg, is like.
But do include us. This is what I'm gonna say. Do include us now that you're in that your time management. Like I know your time management is gonna be way different because you're gonna have to manage your job and then manage your relationship and then manage your physical fitness.
But look, I'm still making time to hang out with you guys right
definitely.
now.
So definitely, that's something that's why. Like by my bodybuilding, I have to manage that into my work, into everything. That's why I'm not in the physical position that I would like to be.
Yeah.
Because I'm really focused on my career and what I want to really accomplish. So definitely, I do want to like the time management and manage you guys into everything.
But you still have to worry about yourself first.
But I still have to worry about me, about Sarah, about the bills, about shit that I have to do. But like. I can spare 2 hours to spar with you guys,
or even do
the podcast.
Like as it is for me, this is like the moment, all I can spare right now, hanging out during the podcast, because I have all the other shit that I got to do. I just went through like one of the shittiest weeks of like. Not of my life,
according to you,
but like a shitty week.
According to me,
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, dude. But it was like, but it was a shitty week. You know what I mean? Where I could have easily been like, nah, fuck that. I just want to spend all my time like with Cindy and something. But it happens to be that I enjoy this.
Ya suéltala, te la vas a acabar.
But I enjoy. Espérate. But I enjoy hanging out with you guys during this time. You know, this is relaxing to me. This is fun. I'm enjoying it. So going back, I do feel like with you, Greg, you do feel just. Desesperado that like I don't have more things that I want to do with you guys on a daily basis. Like
no, dude, not on a daily. The point is that
I can't be
that you hurt my feelings.
I get you, and just know I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I was. I'll come back. Yes, I was being selfish. I've been selfish.
Por mí qué tiene. Por mí no hay pedo, güey. Like, que si no, like, I understand por qué no vas a ir y por qué no quieres. O...
And then he didn't go either.
Yo no fui porque yo sí quería que estuviéramos todos, güey. Like, yo la neta sí quería que estuviéramos todos, pero pues ya si no fui, like, órale, pues ni pedo, like, me la paso aquí con mi señora y Shido.
Let me just tell you something, Greg.
And then that's why I'm really like I'm really sad about it because like it was like he said no, and I was like, nah, fuck, all right. And then like Oscar's like, nah, I'm not gonna go either. I was
Listen,
like,
dude,
fuck.
watch,
like I was like really upset.
All I ask from you, Greg, and I hope that you can understand this is just patience. Okay. Because I understand you came back from years of being apart from us, and the thing you want most is let's get back to what we were.
Just, look it.
But
pues vamos a fumar mota,
but man, it's bad timing. You know what I mean?
No, that's fine. It's just it sucks because like all my friends, if anybody's listening to this, any of my old friends,
my friends dead.
Like I came back and like it was like I couldn't just like drop
Restart.
in. I couldn't just drop in like where I left off. Like, hey guys, like insert myself into that. Like they were I guess you could say growing their friendships as I was already leaving. Like I was gone, so I'm basically coming in as like this new guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like they've gone on they're like they've gone on trips together. There's been like drama and shit. I've been completely outside of all that, right?
Yeah.
And so like to me, it's like if this matters to me, like. It's very important to me that we have these relationships because I don't have any like friends, dude. Like I really don't.
I guess what Greg is trying to say is, I mean, you guys more than anything, you guys have been in this committed relationship.
Yeah.
You guys have always been together. Like I was more on the outskirts of watching you guys grow up and like love each other as a
yeah. I used to call Greg my favorite cousin, and he still is one of my. So you're also
I'm okay with it. Like I'm okay with it because I've always been my own thing. Like I've always been my own thing.
Yeah.
So I think Greg just wants that. He wants that attention. He wants.
I don't want to lose him more.
I get you. You want it back. But it's gonna be a process.
No, it's not gonna be the same. It's never gonna be the same. It's gonna be completely different.
It's gonna be better.
I'm okay with that.
It's gonna be better.
Yeah,
it's gonna be different. Yeah,
but I just got sad because you guys didn't want to go.
Listen, dude, but it's a process.
What? I got sad.
I think pasa, güey.
No, for real.
Va a haber un tiempo que vamos a decir, ¿sabes qué, güey? Vamos a ir para tu casa porque vamos a ir a pistear, güey.
Yeah.
Va a pasar,
and also don't get. I mean, the fact that you get sad over that, it just makes it even more like, fuck, man. Well, now I feel like shit if I deny Greg again. Good. Like I hope he doesn't, and that's like this pressure that I just don't want.
Don't feel pressure, man. I mean, if you don't want to go, you don't want to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just
hold on. But I have a right to be upset.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you can be upset.
You have to feel your feelings.
And I'm gonna tell you about it.
Yeah, definitely.
But then also,
that's another reason why we have
this. This is the only time we get to do it.
But then guess what, dude?
Dang.
But then
true.
But then guess what? But that's gonna make me feel like.
What do you want me to do?
Like it's gonna make me feel like detached even more because I'm like, fuck, this.
You can't do that.
What do you want me to do?
This feels like
keep it to myself.
You can't do that.
I'm just gonna say it'll feel like a shitty relationship. It'll feel like damn.
But that's how you made me feel, bro.
I always gotta like.
You can't do that.
I always gotta be worrying about like Greg's feelings.
Don't you work it out with your old lady?
I worry about.
Don't you work it out with your old lady whenever something like this happens?
But I think that's part of the reason why me and Cindy work out so well.
Okay,
because it doesn't feel that way.
Put in the reps with Greg.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
But you already put in the reps with Cindy to like not make it feel that.
No, but I think
find
I
that
did
level like you were talking about.
Like as
maybe you cannot think back that far enough.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there's been situations in your relationship.
It's just been very easy
where you had to work around the kinks. You know what I'm saying?
But it's been very easy, is what I'm trying to say with Cindy. Like she's giving me very little to be like I have to work so hard.
So you don't want to work harder.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's natural human nature to like just like fuck, dude. I don't want to work on this.
Or maybe
yo quiero fácil. Yo quiero fácil.
Least resistance.
Yeah, yo quiero fácil. No quiero like if
right,
like, and I do appreciate it, but it's like, damn, Greg, like. Why are you making me work so hard to have to like have you in my life? Like I have to feel shitty.
What do you mean?
I feel shitty because I didn't go to this thing, and then like you're trying to make me feel shitty
but
for not doing that.
It may be, and that's the thing. Greg is upset to because like let's say that Greg's like, all right, fuck it, like fuck this guy, and it's not gonna hurt you if he does that.
Right.
Yeah, they're like
I feel like you're being a hypocrite.
Like it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you if Greg's like, you know what, I don't want Irvin in my life anymore, and I don't want nothing to do with you.
No,
Irvin's gonna be like. You know what? Okay, like it's his decision, and
it's because I'll accept it. But the thing is, this: like if you say that,
that's what upsets Greg.
Yeah, I know. And if you say that, like, I fucking lost my train of thought. you were saying, Shingao, dude.
So my dick is about this big. And
no, yes, it would make me sad if you were just like, oh fuck, like. But if you were like, oh well, Irvin doesn't want to be a part of my life, then fuck it. It would make me sad, but it would. The way I would understand it would be like, you know what, we're just two different people. We were just too different for this to work.
That's what I'm scared, man. Like you're so easily, like you're just so easily, you're just gonna like let it go.
But that's like the relationship that I guess the type of person I've become, maybe, and that's fucked up. But I guess I'm just the type of person where, I don't wanna also. If you have to work so hard in a relationship, maybe that relationship shouldn't be in your life.
Maybe you just don't like working hard.
For relationships, maybe not. Yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Man, you can't choose family, dude. That's all I'm saying.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't really give a fuck about family.
I didn't get to pick like the little things about you that I wanted to have.
I understand. And if
you are who you are,
and if for whatever reason, like I'm not the type of person that you want, you're free to not hang out with me.
What are you talking about? I want to be
But
with
that's
you.
the thing, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Because you are who you are.
And that's what I'm trying
Not
to say.
despite who you are.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Not because eventually you're gonna be who I want you to be. You are who you are.
I mean,
I want to hang out with you.
Let's just be honest. Like, let's just be honest.
Let's be honest.
Maybe we're not. You know, like, maybe we're not in that realm of people that you want to hang around with. And this is what we provide for you: a good conversation in this podcast.
And I love this. This is something that I love hanging out with you guys, and that's what I'm trying to find more stuff.
And let's think about it. A lot of the people that you surround yourself with, there's people with degrees or people that have achieved certain things. When I went to play Ultimate Frisbee, I hung around with a lot of people that either graduated or were going to school, and I have none of those things. And
but you bring something that everybody brings, an individual thing.
Let me finish.
Yes.
But I had to seek out this companionship and this reunion of you guys.
Yeah.
But it looks and it sounds pretty tight knit. Like whoever's in there is because they're moving forward and do something. None of those people were having issues like drug issues or anything like that to the problem where like, oh, you're gonna rot with the synergy that we have.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going with this. That you just like to surround yourself with people that bring something to the table, and to a certain extent, I mean, we don't have degrees. Like we don't have degrees. We don't have anything like beyond that we're good. We don't
have something to offer.
Yeah, we don't have much to offer. Let's be honest. We don't have much to offer as far as like
as far as that. If that's how you want to see it.
You need to go this path.
Yeah.
Because this is the way you did it. And I mean, you said it at the beginning of the podcast, like you needed that mentor that had a certain like a career path or this to help you guide you through that. So you seeked it and you found it. And that's not something you're gonna find with us. Because with me, like I'm gonna tell you, like, you know what, brother, like you need to work the fuck out of that job and be and like that feeling of you don't have to be there or whatever. Like you don't want to be there. Like I've gone through that.
Yeah.
And that's why I've had multiple jobs because of that mentality. But eventually you get to the point where it's like, you know what, this is what I have to do for right now. And I have to do the best at it because I'm leaving my signature behind. Yeah. Irvin was here and he did a fucking awesome job. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's how I view everything that I do, even if I feel like it's shitty. But we might not view it the same way. And I've always been blue collar, and I'm actually we're working backwards. I thought that was weird because I'm trying to get out of that. Like I want to be in a suit and tie.
You want to be in the office?
I want to be wearing a suit with my boots on and a hat. Like. I already envisioned that, and I already know it's gonna happen. I've dug the holes. I've been sweaty. I've done all of that, but I think it's awesome.
It's a balance too.
It created character. It allowed me, like you said, to know what I don't want.
Yeah, I think it's because there's certain aspects from both worlds that I like. So I'm trying to find the balance between both, which I feel like there are jobs for that.
And more than anything, I want you to see the value in Greg and the value in me.
Yes.
To allow us to be in that circle. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, your wifey is a fucking, her heart is big and her intentions are good, and she will always welcome all of us with open arms.
Listen,
any of us.
I love what you're saying right now because you hit it on the fucking nail. Like,
hey, Greg, you have to be okay with that, motherfucker.
With what?
With the fact that you're building something and Irvin is building something, and right now it doesn't align, but you will have something to where it's competitive and it's like, you know what, we can fuck with each other. Like that's okay. You have to be okay with that, man.
You hit that shit right on the fucking like. You're a very smart man, dude. Like you should never put yourself down.
I don't put myself down.
Yeah, like you're a smart guy. No. As far as the way I see it, what do you say?
I have a big ass.
The way I see it, you have to surround yourself with the people that you wanna be like, or the people that share similar values to you and similar things, right? Yeah. So I feel like I have, during the time that Greg has been gone, if you want to put it, I have built a very a strong circle of people, and it goes back to the whole support system. Yeah. The reason I've been able to achieve and do the things that I've been as little as it might be, is because of the people I've surrounded myself with, because they're all goal oriented, they're all hardworking, they're all
curated this list.
Yeah, and the type of person I've become is because of the people that I've been with. And even if you feel like you don't have like the degrees or whatever, that's only a piece of these people, like a small piece.
But it molded them and it shaped them into like the way that they think. The way
like
that
I'll tell you one thing about you that I love hanging out. I love your motivation. I love your that you can see things in people. That everybody likes you, dude, because you have a big heart. You're very passionate about things. You're an extremist. You see things and you fucking go for them. And that's the type of person I want to be around, because that's the type of person I want to be. So that's why I love hanging out with you. And with Greg, I love his I've always loved Greg's imagination and his just free spirit.
You know what you need, man? Execution.
I need to execute people?
Execution. You need execution. You have fucking awesome ideas. You have fucking everything. You have all the tools, man. You just need to execute. Do it. Even if it means doing it for free, just fucking do it.
Dude, what have I had not done?
I'm just saying.
Since we were kids, I always envied your ability to just have fun with the stupidest shit. Like, you would literally grab a fucking stick and put a little string on it and a monito and have fun. And I was like, dude, I want to be like Greg. Like, I want to be that way. And to this day, like, there's this like
all I did was beat my meat senseless.
There's this like resourcefulness that you
owe
had.
me money.
Or I don't know if you still have it, because again, I'm still trying to get to know this new Greg. I don't know how that manifested into your current state. But I love that about you, how you're just your imagination, dude, and your childlike creativity. How I loved watching fucking Cyber Chase and all that shit because of you. I'd love going to your house and watching
you're gonna
PBS.
go into fucking NASA, dog.
Yeah, and PBS and all that type of shit.
You will.
I love doing all that.
Proclaim that shit, motherfucker.
Maybe.
You see that about Oscar, what he's doing right there?
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
Right.
Dude, you know what I mean? And that's something
and I lean on that.
And that's something you don't have.
So,
but you have other things.
You have other qualities. So what I'm trying to say is, don't hang Irvin and feel your feelings. Do feel your feelings and do let it out, because we're all gonna have our own perspective, and we're all gonna think like chingao, like we wanted to hang out, pero it's gonna happen, man. Like, okay, we're still young.
Yes, dude.
No, there's time.
And this is in the now. And this is what's happening now, and I feel like that was awesome.
Yeah.
That we let it out, and we actually talk honest to each other. And if we're able to have these conversations with our old ladies present and with their input, and then we start having,
Cindy loves talking about this shit, dude.
We start having, constructive conversations instead of like just kicking the shit.
Yeah.
Eventually, just kicking the shit is gonna be like. It's gonna be like, okay, we can do that because we've already built something in this group. Yeah. And because whether you like it or not, we all have a significant others that do require time from us. Yeah. And it's harder for us to just hang out by ourselves. Yeah. Now, we do it in this podcast. And eventually it's going to get to the point where we're at a certain point where, oh, you know what? Let's get together and roll. Let's get together and do this.
Dude, like, find things that we love together.
Roll. Start popping pills.
No, tampoco. See, like, it just hurts. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it hurts me a little bit right now what you said just about that, like, the people I hang out with, like, they all have degrees and they all have, like, all this stuff.
Okay.
Like, I also don't want you to think that, like, that's the most important thing to me.
Not the most important thing, but it fills in a prerequisite as to what kind of people you want to surround yourself with.
It doesn't. I think that's
to a certain extent. I
think that's just something that they have or whatever that I was attracted to. But for you, you have something else that I'm attracted to. And for Greg, he has also something else that so I'm just trying to find more things that I'm attracted to about you. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like that's what this podcast is about. You know what you're into also? You love movies, right? You love creating stuff. I have a deep love for that. Like, I have this idea in the back of my mind that I've always had that I want to make a movie. Like, I'd love, so I could totally see myself and you working together to make a fucking movie, to create something in the future, of course. Because right now, maybe the reason I'm surrounding myself with these people is because this is what I'm trying to achieve.
They're deeply driven, man. That's what I was saying. Like, they're deeply driven.
For the longest time, I was trying to graduate.
Because you need a drive.
So what kind of people do you think I'm going to surround myself with?
And you need a drive. You need a drive to finish school.
Exactly.
You need a certain mentality.
Yeah.
So these people have that drive. Have that mentality.
So once I achieve this next phase of my life, which is to get the career that I want. Right now, I'm surrounding myself with people who have the career that they want. Because I want that. Eventually, once I get to the point of like, okay, I have these things, I feel like Greg's passion for these type of things is gonna come in very, like, it's gonna flourish our relationship because I'm gonna be like, dude, like I'm at a point in my life, and hopefully we align, because I feel like right now we're not
And
aligning.
if we don't, we're not gonna hang out.
Well, we'll find something.
Mira,
Dude.
carnal,
Look, right now
we go back to what Kali was saying, that some people are just like that. You know what? Si no pasa, you have to be okay with it
Yeah,
as well.
you just have to
Que
be
si no
okay
pasa,
with it, dude.
pues no va a pasar,
Exactly,
güey.
dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Como no
That's
yo no me
sad.
junto,
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, dude, but
yo no
like-
me junto con Evelyn mucho, güey, pero
Yeah.
con Ashley me junto mucho porque
Yeah.
we identify
Exactly.
with each
You
other.
found something,
fair.
dude.
But with Evelyn, I hardly hang out with her.
And maybe one day you'll find something that you
Something
both are
that we-
passionate about,
yeah.
and you fucking start hanging out.
Yeah, like I told her, like we were having a conversation, and then it was kind of quiet, and I'm like, güey, pues habla conmigo, güey, ¿para
Yeah.
qué me hablaste? And she's all like, oh, pues es que no quiero hablar de otras cosas. I don't want to talk about other things because those are like things that I don't know. You're gonna, yeah. And then she told me like, you kind of get mad and then you throw it back in my face and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, like I told her honestly, if I ever do that, I do apologize, and I promise to you that
Yeah.
I won't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do. If you do want to build that connection with me, if you want to bring me to your house or get us together on a Friday night, you have to open up. You
Yeah.
have to let it go. Like, and it's gonna happen with us. It's gonna happen. Like if you really want it,
as
we
long
just
as
just let it go
Yeah.
and enjoy the moments. And this is what Irvin can offer us. This is what I can offer you. This is
Okay.
what you can offer for me.
Yeah.
And eventually,
As long
it's
as you
gonna
guys
grow,
keep
man.
in
This
connection,
is
I
just a
guess.
seed, dog. This is right now what we
Yeah.
have is just a seed. And every conversation we have,
Yes.
every gathering that we might possibly get together at, it waters that seed, man.
Yeah,
And eventually
exactly,
it's gonna
dude.
keep
Yes.
growing.
I guess all I'm asking from you, Greg, is just please accept this.
paciencia.
Just please accept this podcast as enough for now.
Okay.
And eventually, that feeling that you have, that like I need to pay you back for your investment.
He's gonna pay
You
you
don't
back,
have to
man.
pay me back.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
well, this
Look,
feeling of
let's
like,
be honest.
what was the word you said earlier?
No. Let's be honest. We
The R word?
all invest into anything expecting a return.
Yeah.
If anybody ever says like I'm doing this selfishly, you're bullshitting, and
Yeah.
we don't fucking believe
There's
you.
no selfless act.
There is not. That is not true. Like we do stuff. ¿A poco en Christmas das regalos, güey? Y dices, no, que nadie me regale nada. No seas mamón,
Maybe
güey.
also the return is just a feeling also of like giving. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't necessarily have to
I
be
only
like.
get that feeling when I'm helping somebody that's like pretty much hopeless. You know, que como si le das dinero a un homeless, pues órale, le estás haciendo un paro.
Yeah.
Pero like a nuestra familia, you know, it's different. Like who knew that? Did you guys know that my tío Andres' little girl is in the hospital?
No.
She's in the hospital and she's like really ill and she's been
Yeah.
fighting this illness, pero we haven't gone.
Yeah.
She's our cousin.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
we hardly ever socialize with them,
Yeah.
and we hardly ever get together with them, and we hardly ever do stuff. And my uncle loves us. Like every
Yeah.
time he sees me, he gives me a big hug, and he kind of vents a little, and that's all the way all my uncles are. Pero también nosotros, I mean, it's a different era, man.
Yeah, and
we
it's
grew
like
up in a different era.
It all always goes back to the balance thing. Like, okay, so who are you gonna be? Are you the type of person who's just worried about yourself all the time, or are you just gonna be worried about others
Everybody
all
else?
the time? Because we could also be very easily like, you know what? No, today's for my grandma, tomorrow's for my uncle. I'm gonna go visit them over here,
go.
and everybody's gonna love you because you're gonna be everywhere.
Yeah.
But what about yourself?
What about yourself? There has to be. You'll find the balance. You'll
Yeah.
find the balance the way you'll find the balance the way I'll find the balance.
So just be
That's all
patient
it
with
is,
me, Greg.
man.
Please be patient
Be
with
pa-
me, and eventually.
And it's gonna be sooner than later.
Yeah, it is, dude.
It's not gonna be till you get a house.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sooner.
and shit fucking flies, dude.
Yeah.
It feels like just yesterday you left to the Air Force and you're back.
But I
You know what I
get
mean?
where you're coming for Greg, and Irvin means nothing. Like
I
he doesn't
don't.
mean it when he says it, or in a way where he says it like que le va a valer verga, güey, si tú ya no te juntas con él, o que ojalá es así. Like
yeah.
It's just not the way
Yeah.
that it's not the way he
I think
means it,
I just
man.
what I mean when I say that is nomás. I also don't want to get too like, cause yeah, it would suck to lose you, but I guess I just accept parts of life. You know what I mean? Where like if
Like
it does
death.
happen,
It's
well,
like
fuck,
death,
you
man.
know, like
Like,
it's gonna
you
suck, but
accept
like
it.
what can I do about it? You know, it's like I'm trying to do these things, and if that's part of whatever happens throughout the process, well, fuck, that sucks. But like, if it all works out, then fuck. Like, it all works out. Like, if I'm able to get the job that I love of my dreams, marry the woman of my life, marry the love of my life, and still have like my some of my favorite people around me
Tight-knit
throughout the whole
people.
process,
Yeah.
and we all create things that we're passionate about, and we can do them together, dude. That's like a perfect life. Like, fuck, if I can reach, that would be like a mile, like an achievement in itself.
Yeah.
A life worth living.
Oh, that's one of my lyrics.
What?
That I'm gonna plug in my own lyrics. That a lot of people have. They buy new shoes.
Yeah.
They buy new shoes, $300 shoes, but not one milestone passed.
Anyway.
They don't. They,
Right,
they,
right,
They
like-
buy all this shit, but they don't fucking do shit. That's
How's
one
it
of my
rhyme?
lyrics.
How's it rhyme though?
That's
How's it
nice.
rhyme? I want
It's
to
all
hear
like,
the right.
What's the bar like?
Oh, I actually have it written down. I have,
Okay.
but it's in my backpack.
Okay.
You guys want me to pull it out
If
or
you
what?
want to, go for it.
I thought, get my backpack. And also, like, you gave me the beats. I'm actually gonna rap on them, and I think that's as far as I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't have nothing else. Like, I pretty much rapped about everything I wanted to rap,
Yeah. And that's you just want to
That's
get that
it.
one out.
I wanna get it out.
See, and it's funny also like talking about the beats thing. Like Gali always gets upset about me too because he's like, dude, you don't make me any more beats. Like you don't do all this stuff. Like kind of like you, how you're like, dude, why don't you? And it's like, dude, because
that's all I had.
I'm doing other shit right now. Like you need to fucking just. Everybody wants a piece of you. You know what I mean? You're not the only one that wants a piece of me, Greg. You know what I mean? Gali also wants a piece of me. My mom wants a piece of me. Israel wants a piece of me. Everybody wants a piece of the Irvin pie.
Sarah just wants one piece.
The big piece. The beefy.
big piece.
The beefy piece. Dude, I don't think we go a single episode without talking about Oscar's dick.
It's
Glorifiquen mi verga.
staple.
It's worth mentioning. Are you ever gonna
Erect an obelisk in my fucking name.
Oh shit! All right, are those all lyrics?
Yeah, I have a
Nice,
lot of them,
dude.
dog.
But it's basically poetry.
No, keep talking.
What BPM do you want?
Keep talking. No, keep talking.
All right, Greg. What are you trying to say? I feel like you still want to say more things. You have this taste.
I have like
you have this bitter taste in your mouth right now.
I have
It's
a
fine,
bitter-
dude.
it's
Get
like
it out.
Coffee. That coffee sucks.
Get that shit out.
Nah, just kidding.
Get it
Good
out.
coffee.
About what?
What you want to say?
I completely 100% disagree. With
That's
everything
fine,
you're
dude.
saying.
That's fine.
And I guess that's where we're gonna end it. That's it. I
At
don't
least-
agree with anything you're saying.
And that's cool. At least, like, I'm happy that Oscar. Maybe that's why also I feel a little more connected with Oscar, because we are kind of like on the same wavelength more than me and you. We're still a little bit like on different.
I think you don't like to. I don't like you. You seem like the type of person who doesn't like to be uncomfortable, and I get that 100%.
In what way, though?
I don't enjoy I don't like being uncomfortable either. I don't like this situation right now is like the worst for me.
That's fine, dude.
Like this sucks. This is like the worst episode.
This
ever.
sucks. Oh shit.
It's cool, man. I mean, you're busy. That's all you had to say.
So you're
you
hurt
guys,
right
you
now.
got shit to do. No, it just sucks. Like, as like I'm a realistic person. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Like, if you're saying like this is it, like this is what a relationship is for now,
Yeah.
then all right,
And that
it
hurts
is
you.
what it is. And yeah, of course it does.
Because you want it to be so much more.
Because I thought that if I created the opportunity, that you would want to. But if you're saying that you can't, or that you don't want to, if you say you don't want to, that's cool. And if you say that you can, that's also cool.
This is the thing. I don't want to, and I can't right now.
Okay. No, I know, but
And I
like,
think you're not okay
We're
with
talking
that.
about that one situation. Like, I didn't mean to talk about like your whole plan for the future. I was just talking about Saturday. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to give me
No,
a
but-
reason. And you're saying that okay, I wanted to do this, and I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me give you an example.
Cool, man.
Sarah gets upset at me when I tell her, "Look, Sarah, we cannot go out because it affects my goals. It affects my bodybuilding. It affects everything that I want to reach."
Yeah.
Now I tell her, "Let me tell you, the way you feel so passionate about UTEP and about going to school. Imagine on a school night and you have a test the next day, and I tell you, let's go out. What are you gonna tell me? Fuck no, because that's gonna
Yeah.
compromise
Yeah.
Right.
my test score. Is gonna
Yeah.
compromise my studying. That's how passionate I feel about my life
Yes.
and my bodybuilding. That's why we can't go out." And she still doesn't
Because
understand.
because it's hard for people to, because they don't feel that way about the whatever it is, like the bodybuilding. It's hard for someone to position themselves in a way where it's like, oh, I understand you, unless they've been through that and they're like, oh, dude, I know how important this shit is to you, so therefore I'm gonna sympathize with you and like allow you to do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, but for you, Greg, okay,
Look, I got it.
All right, say it.
No, you don't have to do it.
Look at the guy.
So it's like this. She's all like, "I don't want to change your mind. This is how I went. Remember, you can pay for school, but you can't buy class." This is a Jay-Z line.
Oh,
that
okay.
right there. And then expensive shoes, not one milestone passed. Paying for boobs, self-esteem, stock don't rise. And then measure your worth by the views and the likes. Can't stand each other. Cut public ties.
You wrote that?
It's
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that's mine.
Wow,
I got
dude,
this other one. Let me
that's,
give you another
that's
one.
like poetry, dude.
It is.
This is.
I feel like if
That's
you
like
assemble
beyond lyrics.
I feel like if you assemble that in like a structure,
Watch.
it would sound flow as fuck.
This is another one that I have. I grip and hold on to the only truth I've ever known. Steal, never lie. The rag don't really care if you got the latest kicks or Gymshark wear. We the greatest, uncontested. Motherfuckers with opinions couldn't see it. Them stupid bitches with no vision can't stand the mission. But this is a confession without a mission, a premonition to the wrath. I'm out here dishing.
This guy flowing and shit.
That's dope, right?
You know how right now when you're saying that, like, those are nice fucking. What are you saying? Like flow and words. But it is funny how crucial it is, like, to be on the timing and on the fucking, like,
Yeah.
like, you could
Yeah,
say
for
anything.
sure.
And I feel like that's what a lot of rappers have nowadays. They're saying the stupidest shit in the world, but it just flows so smooth that,
Yeah.
like, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But yours actually has some substance.
That's good, man.
You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna pump all these out, and then I'll be done. I'll be good. I can cross
good.
that out.
That's awesome.
And then I can move on.
That's awesome.
Because this, for me, the podcast is crossing it out. But I
Yeah.
already have another vision for it. But I'm not going to tell you guys.
You have another vision for
I
this?
already have another vision for it. But I'm not going to tell you guys until I'm ready for it.
Okay.
For it to make it happen. And it's going to happen because I already said it's going to happen.
That's badass, man. And you know, that's why I like hanging out with, because, like, okay, another thing. I love that you fucking actually went through the trouble of reaching for this, like, dream of yours to do this YouTubing stuff, because I know you
Everybody
say
quits in the middle, man.
yeah, like, I know you say you're afraid of failure and afraid of all these things, but just the fact that you actually even went through the trouble of, you actually reached pretty high marks, dude.
400,
Like,
500 subscribers.
405.
That's good, dude. Like, you
That's
reached
fucking good.
You reached a level that a lot of people won't reach, and you did.
Right.
You did
That's
good
why,
for yourself.
yeah, that's
That was
why I
fun.
delete everything. That's the thing, man. You have that. You actually have that. You'll be able to shut that off to where you push through. And
I mean-
I've always had that kind of disconnect to where, like, oh fuck, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't push through. And that's only in social media. Why? Because you're pretty much failing on a grand scheme to where everybody's looking at you, everybody's seeing you. So if you fail, like, you fail in front of everyone.
Dude. So if anything, if we have any type of success, or I mean, anything that we might build through this little podcast or whatever we're doing, the base is because of you.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Because we saw what kind of I saw what kind of success you were having, and what kind of things that you were doing with your YouTube channel and your editing and the time you put into it, and I'm like, fuck, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that was like, let's do it. I'm gonna solo it.
I think we are a good little group in our each personality traits and things that we do, because we there's like a synergy between all of us that then creates one pretty cool person, you know, as a unit. Like Greg, because of that, because he created that base and that foundation that then we could jump on and do it. And then you, because of just the person you are, people gravitate towards you. You're an interesting person. You're funny. Like, you have energy about you that, like, whenever people mention the clips or anything, it's always you. Like, you make maybe like 80% of the clips because it's because of you, you know.
Yeah.
And then I also bring whatever energy or whatever it is I bring to this thing. And then but even this like, because you are that type of person who, like, is goal oriented and reaches, like, whatever it is you even have planned. That's badass, because none of us would have. I don't know if any of us would have. I don't have any future plans for this or whatever. So the next phase that we reach is because of your motivation and your need.
This is where I'm going with this now. Like, because of this podcast, because of these energies, because of these hangouts. Like, that's why I'm talking about execution. If you execute on your stand up, and we start going to open mics, who started following the Facebook page of the open mics here in El Paso? Okay. I thought it was me. So, anyways,
I did it on my Facebook. I don't think I did it for.
For the Terricolas. Yeah. I did it for the Terricolas.
I thought you were asking, like, who here is subscribed to it. I was like,
but
me.
the Terricolas.
Okay.
I put it up there because I want it's execute on that.
Yeah.
Execute.
Yeah.
And guess who else is gonna show up? Juan. That's another vibe that we've invited here.
Yeah.
And that's another person. And then
Yeah.
guess what? Irvin's going to show up because
do
he's
that.
part of that circle.
Yeah.
And we want to see you. And then that's one thing that we have in common. And then you start executing on your videos. You start making
Yes.
videos. Let's say you help out Alex. Alex Tapia. Hey, Alex, I'm going to hook you up for free. Let me record you
Yeah.
working out and blah, blah, blah. You've already plugged yourself in there, dude.
Yes.
I'm
Dude,
telling
so
you,
check it out.
fucking execute.
Check this fucking shit out, dude. How do we measure our success? Do we measure our success by the number of subscribers we have on our YouTube channel? Yeah, that can be a metric. Do we measure ourselves by the number of Instagram
fucking
followers?
psyched about
Yeah,
this, dog.
that can be a metric as well of success. However, we can also measure our success based on the things that this podcast has allowed us to achieve.
Oh no, but I'm psyched about that.
Oh,
not,
yeah.
not about the subscribers. I'm pumped about this conversation
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's real, it's true.
See,
like,
Greg hated this conversation, but you fucking loved it.
I fucking
So
love it,
that's
dog.
how different you guys are, you know. And I'm very different too. So we bring something.
But
what I'm
now
saying,
I've implanted that seed into
but
your
what,
fucking head.
what I'm trying to say is
Your
like,
fucking head.
yeah, those are some metrics of success. But we've also succeeded in the way that we've gotten to meet some cool people.
Fuck
we've made some cool
yeah.
connections. We've learned about things that
About
maybe
each
we
other,
weren't
about myself.
about each other. We've reconnected as a fucking like group of individuals.
building it,
As
man.
like, I'm getting to know you even better. We're hashing out. This is like a fucking therapy session, Greg. Right now, what we're doing right now.
Even though you might not agree, even though you might not be happy
But at
with
least we're
what
putting
Irvin
this
told
shit
you
out there.
Even though you might not be happy with what Irvin told you and everything, like la vas a pensar, güey. Like you're gonna think about it. I know you are because that's who you are.
Yes.
You're gonna think about it and you're gonna really fucking dissect.
This is my
everything.
whole day now.
So
This has become a
¿qué
whole
tiene,
day.
güey?
But, dude-
Pinche, tómate un cafecito y think about it. Write it down. I know you do on your notepad.
Sometimes.
So write it down. The way you reacted to this conversation and it'll help out your little girl when you're like, you know what? There's gonna be conversations like these.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The journal. That's what you were saying.
Yeah,
Oh, is that what you're talking
journal
about?
it in, pencil it in.
Yeah.
And for me, it's exciting to meet like Faye, to meet Alex, to the
Yeah.
future people that we're gonna get to meet.
Yeah. It is exciting.
They know that the book,
I'm excited.
this girl that wrote 2 books. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
the fuck we would have ever known that she had written
that's
2 books? We
Yeah.
wouldn't
She
have.
published two. Yeah,
She
it's
published
crazy.
2 books, you know. Like
Yeah.
in our wildest dreams, did you ever think like of yourself, like I'm gonna fucking write a book, and this person did 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I think that's fucking awesome that because of this, we like you said, we meet people, we rekindle
Yeah.
our relationship. Like
Yeah.
this is an awesome platform, even though you might not see it right now.
I see it.
Pero
I think
you're
it's just
still
the
upset.
fact that we have to just face these realities.
I'm upset about the reality. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
you're upset about the reality.
It is what it is. I can accept it. Doesn't mean I have to
Yeah.
like it though.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
That's all it is.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
and it just goes back to even what they had told you in the military that it is difficult for you to go through these like what the fuck were they saying about the transitions or whatever.
Oh,
of
when you
life.
transition from
Oh, you're talking
military
about
life.
like what the social worker said.
Yeah, how see this is just a transition of life, I
He
guess.
said,
I mean,
I struggle with like life transition.
Yeah,
Like,
so
adjust.
in a
There you
way, this is a transition, Greg.
Yeah.
Like this is a life
Okay,
transition
you're-
that you
that's
might
cool,
be
man.
Let
struggling
me put
with.
it to you this way: you're about to break through, dog. I know
That's
it.
cool, man.
You're about to break through. You're about to fucking leave this mold of a Greg. Fucking, you thought what Greg had to be or what Greg had to do, and you're gonna fucking break through, and it's gonna come true the way you wanted to fucking come true, dog. And it's gonna happen to all of us. To me, what I
Listen.
thought Oscar Rocha had to be, the bodybuilding.
I fucking love this energy.
All of
in you,
this
dude.
shit, like I'm
It's
gonna
intoxicating.
I've break through it, and I'm doing shit that my wildest dream.
Yeah.
Irvin's breaking through and doing shit out of his comfort zone, like working a job that he might not like, but he knows it's gonna help him move
It's
on.
serving its purpose.
So it's happening, man. Like, and enjoy it, enjoy it, and it
But
fucking blows.
I think
dog.
just know that there's still a lot of love for you, Greg. Like,
yeah, I was about
I
to
know.
tell you that, and know
No,
that
I
Irvin
know.
loves the fuck out of
yeah,
you.
dude. Like no matter what you might feel or whatever, like there's still a deep love for the cousins. You know, like
Yeah.
I know I don't care about family or whatever, but even besides the family,
Güey,
thing,
si tú acabas en el hospital, si yo acabo en el hospital, si tú acabas
Oh,
en el
yeah,
hospital,
dude, like, that'll be-
I'm gonna be there, dude. Like I 100%. I may not do that for a lot of people. Let me be 100 with you guys. I didn't go to my grandpa's funeral. I didn't.
Yeah.
Cause I
didn't go
Well,
either.
number 1, I hate funerals. Number 2, I didn't want to go to Juarez. I fucking hate going to Juarez. I missed on my cousin's wedding because I didn't want to go to Juarez. 2 weddings. 3 weddings because I didn't want to. I fucking hate Juarez, dude,
Yeah.
with a passion. You're never supposed to forget where you come from. and it'll keep you grounded. Definitely 100%. I remember everything, but I don't want to go back. I don't like to go back.
The environment you like.
It's not what I like, and I do miss my grandpa and everything. But I'll tell you what, and if whenever it happens, like knock on wood, this never happened, but I will be there for you guys. I will. If it happens to Paco, if it happens to Sergio, because like I've built relationships with you guys.
Yeah.
Does not mean like when Ivan hurt his head and he was already getting better. I did drop by and like, hey man, how you doing? How you feeling? But it was not like I was there the same day it happened, or whatever the case may be. But you guys do hold a reserved spot.
Yeah, dude. I guess just don't forget that there's always a love. Like there's a love here. You know what I mean? Like whether you can feel it or not, like that's
I mean,
like.
I do have a massive erection right now. You can go ahead and touch it.
That's a separate issue, but.
Ow.
Oh, what the fuck?
Your watch?
Hey, my
love,
watch
you know,
on the
so.
thing.
Your brand new watch.
But yeah.
Bitch ass.
All right. We're gonna do the song.
Greg, I can see the dissatisfaction, but it's okay. I'm okay with it.
Give me my satisfaction.
Dude, it's gonna happen. We're gonna hang out more, and we're gonna get to know each other. And our old ladies, more than anything, get to know each other, like our old ladies, more to where we're able to have deep conversations and get to know them on a deeper level. And yeah, man, like trade them off, and like you can try my old lady for one night, and I can try your old lady for one night.
That's not the first time you
Oh wait,
said
what? Nah,
Even Sarah's just like
you turn into swingers, Nah, man, it's gonna happen. It's just it's steady, and like it's gonna get harder, cause now Sarah's going to school, and now she's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna happen that way. But are we gonna get together and hang out?
Yeah.
And all of that shit, definitely. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's really cool, dude, that she's doing that. Like, I'm excited for her. It is a tough journey. Like,
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
she's excited, man.
I'll tell you that much.
And I'm to the point where, like, I told her, like, go through these 2 classes, and if it gets hard, go down to a part-time job and go to school full-time, and don't worry about bills. Like, I got you.
Yeah.
Because I believe her. Like I've like pretty much incepted my way of thinking into her, because she's all like, I'm gonna get that job, and I'm gonna pay for everything so you can bodybuild.
That's badass. You see, like,
and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna invest in you right now so you can get that job, because I believe in you. I believe that you're gonna get it because you're gonna pay for my bodybuilding.
Look, dude, if I can give you any advice in this situation, because when Cindy was going into nursing school, like, it's a very difficult thing to get into, right? And as the partner, you want to do everything you can to help. And sometimes it gets a little stressful because you're like, fuck, like, what can I do? Like, no puedo hacer nada. Like, I don't know shit about.
And then we're problem solvers. Men are problem solvers.
So then I would try and get into it. Like, I would start listening to her lectures, try and learn, and be like, okay, well, look, this is how this works. Let me try and help you. Like, trying to do shit. But then I also had my own degree working on. So it was like, I'm trying to fucking do 2 things. And it was like, dude, I was getting stressed out as fuck. And in the end, I just learned that you just kind of have to let them be.
See,
you know
it's their journey.
If they succeed or fail, it's okay. All you have to do is just be there for them.
Oh, no, for me, I told her before, I'm like, I'm only going to be there through this journey financially. Like, I'm going to help you financially.
Yeah.
And maybe,
and
like,
just to be there.
If you need a shoulder.
As a shoulder, exactly. Dude,
I'm going to be there. But as far as, like, me, like, with your work and all of that, pues no, like, no lo voy a hacer.
If she can surround herself with...
that's what I told her, too.
With good people who study. And because, like, for example, there's a semester where nobody was going to school, and it's very difficult to keep that motivation of studying, doing your homework, when nobody else is doing that. Like, everybody's having fun, everybody's doing their shit, and you're the only one doing it. But when everybody's doing it, it's like, pues no tengo nada más que hacer. Like,
let's go do it.
Well, fuck it, let me just study.
See, that's why I told her, like, do all the study groups, have friends, and if she's all like, fuck yeah, and if they want me to try Adderall and study, I'm gonna do Adderall and study. I'm like, do it all. Like, go for it. Go for it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it and really use your resources.
Yeah.
And we go back to that. Like, I'm gonna go back to that. I was telling you, like, the people you surround yourself with, like, with degrees and everything,
thing, dude.
It's like if I surround myself with people who eat nothing but junk and just want to eat out, but I want to bodybuild. It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. It's gonna be tough.
And it's okay.
And you know what? I totally understand you, like, because you did the similar things that I was doing back when you were trying to do your bodybuilding. Like, you wouldn't want to hang out with us because you'd be like, no, like, I understand that these motherfuckers are just gonna go out to eat. They're gonna go do this shit. Yeah. And I totally understand. You know what I mean? Like,
no puedo comer. I mean, you did say, like, are you finally gonna eat like a man?
Yeah.
But pero no me enojaba, güey. Like, I was like, pues es que I want to accomplish these things.
Yeah, see, and I
have to go to
apologize
better-
for that. Like,
no.
it's just at the moment I didn't understand, and
Yeah, definitely. We were in different pathways,
Yeah.
different waves, and like for me it was like whatever because I was so hell bent on making it happen, and it's gonna happen, but not at the time that I want. It's gonna happen at the time that it needs to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with
There's
it.
this fucking Cindy sent me this badass. You know who's badass? Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith is a fucking G.
He's
dude.
a motivating motherfucker.
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
He was talking
I would
about.
want to smoke weed with him.
He was talking about dreams. He was talking about how like dreams are the most selfish act that you have to do. You're on your own because nobody is gonna believe in your dreams until you start achieving them. Like throughout the journey, it's gonna be a very lonely journey. Everybody's gonna be like, this guy actually believes he can bodybuild, like fucking dumbass, like fucking. And then you start doing it, and then people start believing it. I was like, oh, maybe he can. And then you get a follower, you get 2 followers, and then you start fucking doing the damn thing, and everybody wants to be your friend.
Yeah.
Because you achieved it, and they want to be like you.
Yeah.
Like for example, with Greg shit, he wants to be a fucking YouTuber, fucking loser. Like that guy's never gonna do shit. And then you start getting 100 subscribers, 200, and then eventually, like, okay, they do it, and then they start following you.
Yeah.
You know, so even whatever it is that we're doing, whatever dream it is we're trying to achieve, it's just us. Nobody's there with us.
Yeah, man. Execution. Execution is consistency, and execution is the name of the game, man. And that's pretty much it, dude. Just keep going, and it's pretty much universal. Like if you listen to any motivational in your respective field, like magicians will tell you, you know, a certain motivational thing. Like when I was watching a bunch of bodybuilding shit, like these guys would be like, your mom doesn't care if you get 22-inch arms. Like, she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's your journey. Like, you have to eat those meals. Like, you have to eat those meals. You have to do that cardio, and you have to do the workouts. Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, if you have like big quads or if you have 6-pack abs that are shredded, or they don't give a fuck.
That's true. It's up to you, man.
Yeah, man. Just surround yourself with the right people, and I hope that we are the right people, that I'm the right people for you, the right person for you, because you guys are the right person for me, for my circle, and
I feel the same way, dude.
For what I'm trying to accomplish, and it's gonna happen where we get together more, and I enjoy it, man.
I feel like you're gonna look back on this episode, Greg. This is just how
I'm never gonna watch this ever again.
Tú también, güey.
We're all gonna look back, and
I'm
it's
never
just
gonna watch this,
and it's just gonna be kind of like
because of the uncomfortableness.
It's gonna be like, damn, like we grew from this.
I can't even look at the camera right now because I know that
Look
if
at
I
yourself,
ever
Greg.
watch it again, I'm gonna see my bitch ass face in there.
Nah, man, don't. It's like I'm gonna see everything. We're gonna see everything. We can't hide the conversation that we just had.
I mean,
we can't hide it. Like,
hindsight would always be 2020.
fuck you.
So in 7 years from now, I don't even know if this conversation can be relevant.
We can't hide this conversation. Like when you have an argument with your significant other, and like, oh, but remember when you said that at the beginning? It's like, oh fuck, but I wasn't keeping tabs.
Yeah.
This we're gonna have a recollection of everything we
true.
said.
That's
of it.
true.
So.
Also, dude, another thing, like, I think you're looking at this thing as in forevers. You know what I mean? Okay, say for whatever reason we do drift apart. Like, okay, we drift apart, just like we've done before.
And then we come back.
We're evolving still. We're different people. Like I told you earlier, 5 years from now, and then maybe in that time, we just reunite. And then again, we drift. And
maybe you pick up exactly where you left off.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a fucking...
Even if whatever.
Say it, Greg. Say it.
Say it.
I just don't like being right.
That's fine.
I knew you weren't gonna go.
Go where?
I didn't want to think that I was right when I invited you over.
Dude,
I was like, in my mind, I thought so he might not go.
So don't give up.
He didn't go.
Don't give up in the sense where you just stop inviting him.
No. Well, here's the thing. Like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. But like, it sucks. Like the fact, right? It's the facts. And I have to adjust my, I guess my perceptions and my actions, right? Because I can't stop the facts. The fact is that you're in a transition where you want to build something, right? You know where you want to go, and it's just the fact is what it's hard for me to swallow. It's like the fact that you're saying that you surround yourself with people that you have something to benefit for, right? And then we've just established that there are people who you've cut out of your life. Like, let's just be honest. It's not a bad read. That's how long we've been talking. This thing is like 2 hours. The fact that you will cut out and have cut out people that you know aren't exactly, I guess, useful, right now
for that moment.
Right, for that moment. And the idea that I fall into that one of those categories that you can. I'm not saying that you're throwing me out completely, but that you can be like, I don't need him right now for this or for whatever. It's a tough pill to swallow.
That hurts you.
That hurts me.
I understand. Yeah. And the thing is, I also don't use the word cut out. It's just because I guess you can drift. You know what I mean? You can drift, but that doesn't mean like that's it. You're dead to me. Like, nobody's dead to me.
I know you're not.
I'm
not saying I'm dead.
We can be professional about these things too. Let's say that we plan for something, but weeks in advance.
Yeah.
And you know, like, we tell each other with time, like a week. Like, let's say we plan for something for 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like it, you feel like, you know what, like maybe 4 days before, ¿sabes qué? No lo voy a hacer. Like, have a courtesy to each other. Like, be like, ¿sabes qué, güey? No la voy a armar, güey.
I went to your daughter's birthday party because you told me in advance. I made the time for that. Yeah. You know, because I appreciated hanging out.
Yo no fui, güey. ¿Por qué no te enojaste conmigo, güey? Si yo no fui.
How come you didn't get mad at Oscar?
I didn't say... What?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, ¿por qué no te enojaste conmigo, güey?
Why didn't I get mad at you?
Sí, porque yo no fui.
But you told me you had something to do.
Pues sí, iba a trabajar.
Yeah, but I also had shit to do, and like, in this time, how come you were okay with... I feel like you just have a resentment towards me, Greg.
In general.
Like, if Oscar doesn't show up to stuff,
I'm sad that you guys didn't go to my house.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we were trying to go really deep.
I'm sad.
Yeah, we were trying to go really deep.
I'm just really sad.
I'm sorry. Like,
no, it's cool.
No. But I'm genuinely sorry that, you know, it was kind of like a yes or no or shit like that.
Please don't title this that you didn't go to my house or something.
Hey, but check it out, dude. I think also...
I think it's more of a...
We should have that liberty of, like, not feeling bad about... We don't want to do something. We're not forced to do it. If one day I invite you to my wedding and you don't want to fucking go, don't go, dude. You're not forced to do anything. Like, I don't want you to...
But don't stop inviting people.
But if you want to go...
Don't stop it.
So you didn't want to go.
Oh, my God. I also don't want you to feel like...
That's what I want you to say. I didn't want to go.
Yeah, I told you, dude. I didn't want to go.
But dude, no. But yeah, definitely.
Whatever. I'm done.
I won't go.
It's over.
One thing, if you tell me from one day to another, you want to do something, I'm not gonna show up.
Yeah, you need time.
100%.
Yeah.
If you tell me 2 weeks in advance, 3 weeks in advance,
okay,
I will show up.
Well, now I know.
I'm gonna pencil it in and I'm gonna make time for it. But if you tell me like, si mañana, sabes que mañana vamos a ir a hacer hike, I'm gonna be like, no voy a ir, güey.
I was telling you how I felt, and then you were saying like, well, now I don't. Now I feel like I'm more distant from you because now you're being that way.
But that's
what was up with that?
Okay, that's Irvin being in the moment and telling you like, it kind of makes me feel like if it's gonna be like that every time that he says no, then it kind of makes him.
But we do the same thing to each other all the time.
What do you mean?
Because I'm the only one. Why are we fucking splitting here? I'm the only one that ever says that I can't, that I might not be able to.
To what? To
do it here. I'm the only person that ever has an excuse. Let's fucking say that. And no, it's not. Because there's times where you guys go, oh, for real, come on, like for real. It's all there in the text message.
But we're not like,
and neither am I.
But we do that to everyone.
And neither am I. Okay. But the thing is that, si me agüito.
Let's be honest.
Why am I the only one that can't say anything?
Let's be honest. I do that more to you guys than you guys do it to me. Where I'm like,
whatever,
chew up, bitch.
Listen, you said, I want to be honest with you, I want to hang out with Cindy. I said, you want to be honest with you? Fuck you. I'm joking.
Yeah. Okay,
but I'm still fucking sad that you guys didn't show up.
That this is happening. I think I understand.
But then you're the one that started coming up with like, well, you know, I only do things when it's gonna benefit me.
I think
that's when I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
I think we're using this like making each other feel bad about not doing something to get them to do something. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I feel
guilt tripping.
And I feel like even we have been doing that to you,
and I don't like
without
that
necessarily meaning to.
Right.
True.
But the thing is, but what ends up happening? Like realistically, what ends up happening? I just don't go.
Oh
no. De todos modos, like realistically, even if I go, chingao, like why you gotta make me feel bad? I'm still not gonna go.
So maybe that's something we should work on, all of us, to not try and like guilt trip each other. When we're like, if Greg says he can't go, then all right, Greg, I understand, cool. Like we shouldn't be like, pinche culo, like you don't want to go. You know what I mean? I think that would actually.
But it is funny.
It's funny. It's funny.
I think it's funny when like we talk shit to each other like, pinche cotillo.
But listen,
a mí se me hace chistoso.
I was mad, and like the conversation took a turn when you started going into like the details of like why when you said that you think relationships are transactional.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, and then like that's
look, man, I'm trying to be as to the root as possible.
At that point, Irvin felt like he wanted to to build a little more on Cindy, than to build a little more with us. And that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Guess what I did yesterday? I built a little more with Sarah.
Yeah.
That's what I did. We hung out. We fucking chilled, you know.
And I did the same thing that day too. We went out on a date, Melissa, and I haven't been on a date in a while, so that was nice.
I think maybe that's just something we need to stop doing to each other. Like make each other stop feeling bad for not showing up to something or not wanting to do something. 100%. But at least now we know it comes from a humorous way.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
If you start like, because maybe also that was a misunderstanding. Also, like I'm just fucking.
It's because texts are really
you
can't tell
really
tones.
Yeah,
unless you put like emojis.
So
that's why I was putting
I'm
emojis.
like, hey, I can't make it. You guys are like, pinche culo. I
but
understand
I didn't think
now
about that.
No, but like I understand now. You're just gonna always be like, laughing faces. You know what I mean? And that's it.
Oh, like,
no,
I was pretty much an instigator because I was all saying, "Oh, shit's going down," and then the Jerry one.
Yeah. I was laughing at that.
Jerry. Nah, man.
No, with that, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like I said.
But I think it did lead to a good conversation. Too.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
To like how I feel at least from the root causes of things. Like I always try and just reach like the base of whatever something is rather than just surface level.
Damn, reach the base.
Reach down.
I will be honest with you. Like, now knowing that you're in this, that you're in this like building phase, I'm gonna be hesitant to invite you.
Yeah, that's fine. Dude.
It's okay.
That's fine.
But do invite him. I mean, do invite me.
I'm just saying
well.
I'm gonna be hesitant.
Yeah,
or like I'm gonna have like this notion already, like he might not go.
Just for your own protection, you're saying, just so you don't get hurt anymore. If I say no
Like I'm gonna adjust accordingly.
I totally understand, dude.
That's all it is.
And eventually we'll readjust again.
You guys are not here to cater my anxiety. Like you're not here to like
make
me feel, and I don't want you to feel that way. Because I don't want to push you away. I don't want you to think like, oh my god, I can't even hang out with Gray without him fucking crying about everything. That's just the way that I think. Look, I'm already over it. It's fine. Like I'm here to accept.
Look, we're not here to cater to your anxiety 100%.
Don't.
No, we're not.
I don't want you to.
But I am here to give you all my love.
Yeah.
I'm here to give you, my attention. I'm here to. Because I do love you.
Oscar doing this is
too, man.
The fucking fact, dude. For every Sunday for the past, 20 weeks, we've been coming, and you've actually been committed to this. It just shows me that you really like this. Because you are one of the most flakiest persons in the world, dude, and you know that.
Because I think the same way you do.
Yeah.
If it does not benefit my time.
Yes.
Because my time is fucking precious to me.
I feel the same way as you.
If this does not benefit my time, if there's no return on this, I am not investing on you 100%.
Yes.
And I am investing in this because I get return from both of you guys.
See,
and I love this.
And that's the thing, like, and it can be very easy for me to like feel of lesser value because I am of lesser value to you in that moment. But that doesn't mean that I'm of lesser value. It just means that at the moment our things do not align. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
and that sucks.
I have nothing to contribute to your
beta.
I have nothing to contribute to your bodybuilding. I have nothing to contribute to your bodybuilding. I know nothing about it. I eat like shit. I'm into other stuff. Yeah. So that part of your life, I just can't be a part of it. You know what I mean? And that's why we drifted apart during those few years when you were into that kind of stuff because. I can't contribute anything to it, dude. Yeah. So people who are like that are gonna gravitate towards you.
But I was pretty much in a weird relationship too with Melinda. Like it was a real
dude.
She's okay. I want to reiterate this. She's a fucking awesome person. She was an awesome friend.
Yeah,
awesome friend. We just didn't click as partners.
Yeah, that's fine, dude.
We didn't. But as far as friendships, like we were pretty fucking cool to each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was like in that situation at that point. And every time I would try to talk to you, it would be about problems. And I could see why you would want to not be a part of that. Because why would I want to have conversations with you if every time we have a conversation, like, it's about problems?
Yeah.
And Jesus told me that. Paco, he's all like, dude, like, we can't be doing this. Like you can't be having this conversation all the time. Like, you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I figured it out. And then I'm like... That's when we drifted apart. Paco and I drifted apart. I'm like, well, then I'm never talking to you again. And then we figured it out. And now we're having conversations again and we're letting each other into each other's lives.
Yeah. So, dude, I guess for you, just last thing, Greg, just know that you're enough, dude. You're enough. Okay. You're just different for what I mean right now, I guess. You know what I mean? But eventually, you who you are as a person will be exactly what, like...
How the fuck do you know...
What?
How the fuck did you know to say that?
To say what?
To say what is the first thing you just said?
That you're enough?
Yeah. How did you know? What possessed you to say that?
Because you are enough.
What possessed you to say that?
Because you're yourself.
How do you know?
You're you.
That's so weird that you said that though. Because like that's like that's my fucking
adequacy.
biggest, like one of my biggest mental filters.
Yeah.
Is that I filter everything is that I'm not enough, that I'm
Dude,
insufficient.
and you are.
That's so weird that you fucking just said that out of the blue.
That's what you needed.
Because,
That's what you needed to hear.
because
I know you feel that way. It's just weird that you said
comes
that. Like,
out
it
of
made me
his heart,
feel
man.
like it made me go. Oy.
It comes out of it because it comes out of Irvin's heart.
It does, dude. Listen,
love you,
dude.
bro.
And you've always.
Sorry, man.
Nah, man.
Sorry, it got weird.
Let me tell you something.
You just pissed me off.
Irvin's pretty
You just
weird.
pissed me off that you didn't want to go to Nebraska.
Let me tell you something.
Oh my God, Nebraska. Okay.
Dude, the zoo? Have you been to the zoo there? It's nice.
Press a pause.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you did leave your own
Abruptly.
connections over there, your own friends, your own everything over there. You know what
Everybody
I'm saying?
left before I left, dude. That was so sad. Like,
Entonces, quedaste solo,
you
la
know, I
verga.
understand. Yeah, like it was so sad.
Yeah.
Like I had to come back because like all of my friends, like everybody was leaving. Like all the connections that I did, like that's what happens when you're in military base.
Yeah.
Like you make friends and then they
Yeah.
leave. Like you're talking about growing apart. Y por eso me agüito, güey. When you say things like that, I was like, no,
Dude,
like
it's 'cause,
that
like,
can't happen with us. Like that's so. I don't want that to happen.
I understand.
We're not
dude.
going to drift apart.
I understand.
And if we
dude.
do, man, that
No,
sucks.
but
we're,
look,
we're not.
I don't
look,
want
Greg,
it to.
Let me tell you why it's not going to happen.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Okay, sorry.
Get it.
Look, Greg,
Get it.
you are who you are.
Yes.
Okay, let me make this into a little like, is it an analogy?
3-hour
I don't know, it's like an
podcast.
analogy. You're a screwdriver, okay?
Okay.
You're a fucking flathead screwdriver. Oscar is a fucking estrella screwdriver,
Phillips.
okay? Right now, if I'm gonna take off this fucking
What
piece
are
of
you?
wood, right? If I'm gonna hold on, I'm gonna take off this
Okay.
piece of wood.
Yes.
It's a fucking estrella, so I'm gonna have to use Oscar.
But what
As an
size? So
estrella.
you could still use it.
You know what I mean?
Espérate, güey.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
Yes.
for this moment, I need Oscar in
Okay.
this phase of my
Right,
life where
yes,
I'm taking
yes.
off this piece of wood.
Yes, yes.
That doesn't remove the fact that you're a fucking flathead screwdriver and you
True.
still are enough
True,
you
true,
still
true,
for
true.
that.
True.
You still serve your
Serve-
fucking purpose, Greg.
Yes.
Whenever these screws change into flatheads, Oscar is not gonna be able to fucking flip this. So you're gonna be the one that I need at that
And
moment.
eventually,
I get you.
So just continue being yourself. Be you, whoever the fuck you are, and you're
And-
gonna be the fucking flathead
and
screwdriver.
Irvin, please do use a lot more estrellas and please do use a lot more estrella and flathead.
Yeah, and
screws.
eventually
I think-
I will need.
Please
and,
use
and
both.
That's just a very simplistic.
That's what
Right.
Greg is saying.
Well, for me,
because
that's
you're
where-
also not just a flathead
well,
screwdriver. You have
and-
fucking uses.
That's where
have
you
a
and I
shitload of
completely
Look at-
disagree. Like I don't see. Like,
Because Cindy is your pinzas right now.
Cindy's-
Pinzas,
yeah.
you
Or a
can use
multi-tool.
pinzas for fucking everything.
Exactly. A
multi-tool.
She's your Swiss tool.
Yes.
Okay. So definitely do please use us every now and then.
I just because I don't see you guys in that way. Like okay, well today I just need Oscar today. Like that's where you and I disagree.
But in a way, you do.
no, I
because
don't.
you need
I
us for
need you.
certain
I
things.
need you in the sense because I need human connection.
Exactly.
That's it.
So therefore, you need us.
Yeah,
We
but
serve a
I don't
purpose.
see you like as
But
like
we do serve a
like,
we
what
serve
can I
a
do?
purpose.
Yeah.
It's transactional.
But
at the end
just
of the
you
day.
being alive.
Exactly.
serves a
So you
purpose.
have very like minimal expectations, very minimal needs, is what you're trying to say. So you're just kind of like judging us for like our higher levels of needs. Than
I feel like
do.
you guys are already the nails that built my building.
Yeah, like you
Like
have.
you guys
very-
are already there. Like
I
you
feel
guys
you.
are
And
the
for
foundation.
Me,
Yeah.
it's always you guys like anybody in my life that made an impact.
Yeah.
So for me, anybody that's ever made an impact will always have a certain amount of time in my life.
Yeah.
So it's not like for me, like yeah, it definitely serves a purpose. After I realized that toxic people bring fucking nothing good, and
Yeah,
you have to
dude.
get rid of them. Definitely. After that, definitely. But like you guys, we'll go back to Paco, Sergio, Ashley, Evelyn, my mom, my dad. I have no childhood friends that I can say like
Yeah.
I still like hook up with them or hang out with them because I don't.
I think that's a huge topic that we've never talked about. Can it be just one thing that we talk about, or what were you gonna say, Greg?
Oh, but that has to be another
Because-
podcast. How
yeah,
long?
yeah,
How long
yeah.
is
We
it?
gotta
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah, just to end it, because you just said you said you're
Greg.
enough.
You're fucking enough.
But I don't, or like this is what I can give you for now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just here to tell you, I don't want anything from you. I don't need anything from you.
It's your time.
I just love you, man, and I want to spend time with you. That's
Listen,
it.
look at
That's
your face.
all it is.
Look
That's
at
all
you.
it is.
Look at you. You
That's all
fucking
it
did a
is.
360.
That's all it is.
We will.
And so I
We
disagree
will.
with you a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't need anything from you. I don't expect anything from you. I wanted to spend time with you. And
now
that's
you,
it. That's
now
all
that
it
you
is.
know, We can pencil each other in.
Yeah.
You know, make time for each other.
Just yeah.
That it's not doesn't have to be.
And
I'll give you enough time. I'll give you enough time.
It doesn't have to be an event.
And hopefully it can be something that we all enjoy. You know what I mean?
No,
That
it will. It's not a hopefully thing. It will, because I'm a big proponent for that. Like with Sarah, I'm like, Sarah,
I say
I don't like that shit. Like I'm not
set
gonna
up-
go.
Let's all set up a day to just roll some jiu-jitsu. That'd be fun. Just have some
Jiu-jitsu, and then fucking eat some good grub and talk about life and like shit like that, man. I'm fucking down for that.
See, that sounds really fun.
That's what we'll do then.
That sounds super fun.
Sounds good, man. Because we'll get our satisfaction.
I think this ended on a very positive note.
Push me, and then you touch me. Push, 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 yeah, push me, and then just touch me. You know how I like it. This is how we get down. This is how we do it. Oh baby, the way you get close, the way we do it. Push, 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 push me, push, 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 touch me. That's a good one.
That was that little rise. I like that.
That was a good one.
Thanks. All right. Check us out. Instagram, TikTok. Almost to 100 followers on Instagram. So you guys go tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your cousins, everybody.
Everybody.
Subscribe. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.